everybody. Welcome to Impossible Coin. If podcasts were trips to the buffet, then this is at least 4 platefuls today and saving room for soft serve afterwards. Helping serve up those plates, Tegan Somerset.
Plates? Plates of ice cream?
Well,
why are you putting your ice cream in a plate,
there's 4 plates of food and then a saving room for soft serve.
Oh, 4 plates of food and then the ice cream. Okay, Can I just serve the ice cream? I'm going to give you the ice cream first.
Okay, helping you make bad life choices, Tegan Somerset.
Yeah, there we go. That's my brand.
Yeah.
I dabbed.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose eating 4 plates at a buffet is also a bad life choice, but, you know.
Well, that depends. Are you the kind of person who doesn't like all your food stuffs to touch? Because then, like, you need a plate for your salad, and then, like, a plate for whatever your main course is, and then, like, a plate for your vegetables, if they've got, like, that buttery sauce, you know, so that all the buttery sauce can run together, but not actually compromise the flavors of the veggies.
They, I suppose, could conceivably be that person, but I think if you're the type of person getting up to get 4 plates at a buffet, you've probably abandoned all hope and are just letting everything touch.
Damn, okay.
Disagreeing with me on my perspectives on buffets, Rocky Hardy.
Yeah, it's me. I use a variety of buffet strategies, a couple of which involve multiple plates at once, and sometimes they need to be segregated. That's not great. Don't quote me on that. I quoted myself. This is the worst.
Quote tweet Rocky saying that this is the worst.
Oh.
I don't like my food to touch. Why am I the weirdo here?
I don't think you are, Teeks.
So Rocky, what I'm talking about here, and this might help lend perspective on my perspective, is I am talking about that melancholy, the infinite golden corral, where somebody's just getting up and being like, yo, can you put all that, like, chicken fried steak, gravy, mashed potatoes, and just fucking sadness onto this plate?
Yes.
And give me, like, 5 pounds of food. I want to eat it all, and I'm going to get up and get more, because what am I even doing anymore? That's the buffet plate I'm talking about.
No, yeah, those are people. Those people definitely exist.
Yeah.
However, there are also people that when they plan their, like, buffet meals, like, what they do is that instead of getting up between plates, which, like, allows more time for their brain to figure out that their stomach is full, they simply grab a bunch of plates at once and set them like individual meals, so that when they get back to their table, they have, like, 4 or 5 full plates of, like, curated meals, and they just sit down and eat them all at once before their brain can figure out what's happened. It's definitely a strategy.
That's horrifying.
See,
that's horrifying. How do you even carry 4 plates? You got 4 hands?
No, like you carry them like a waitress.
Them so that the bottom of your fucking nasty ass plate touches the food?
No,
Why
Tegan,
would you do that?
Tegan, there are ways to carry plates. Like, if you let, like, the edges slightly overlap, that way food doesn't actually touch, like, individual plates, just plate on plate action there. But you can actually fit about 3 plates on a single arm if you really want to. But usually 2 on each will suffice. Like, 1 in the hand and then 1, like, resting, like, in the dip of the elbow.
Ooh. You know, I would be terrified to do this because it's one of those things where, like, if you fuck it up,
it's a big mess. You got to pay for plates. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big mess, and everyone's going to look at you, and everyone's going to be like, look at that fucker with 4 plates. You know, like, this appears to be a recipe for shame.
Well, it's definitely a delicate, like, Dex, like, con check, but it's entirely doable.
I like, here's my beliefs on eating a bunch of garbage in public.
Sure. Don't like it.
No. I'm about to say, like, there's a way to do it. Here's my hot strat.
Okay, brand strat for eating a bunch of garbage in public. Okay. Let's get it.
There are, as near as I can tell, 2 possible ways to effectively eat a bunch of garbage in public. Possible strat 1. Go to the dim sum restaurant.
I'm with it.
Okay, like, that is the way to fucking go. Like, you go, they hand you the complicated bingo card, people bring the little carts over to your table, and you hand them the bingo card over and over again, and you're like, look, I'm going to be real with you. I just need you to hand me all those pork buns, all those steamed dumplings, them fucking chicken feet, and all that broccoli, and I'm just going to sit here, and I'm just going to do this.
Oh, like the Ron Stronson strat.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I can respect it.
Bonus points if the dim sum restaurant has the Lazy Susan.
Yo, I actually, like, high key, I need to build, like, a Lazy Susan, but, like, a dining table-sized one, because I want to use it for D&D games. But, like, fuck.
That is a really good nerdy-ass idea. That's, like, that's diamond tier, Rocky. Congrats.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Like, when I was fucking running a tabletop role-playing game, I wish I had Jesus, that's brilliant.
Right?
The other way to eat a bunch of garbage in public, nothing says garbage in public like the breakfast buffet at a hotel.
Oh, fuck. Not like this, Brian.
Oh, exactly like this, Rocky.
You know, if you do it right, you can just walk into one of those. Like,
yeah, no, that's what I'm fucking talking about. You get in there, and you're like, yo, I'm going to be on this waffle maker for like 20 minutes.
What the hell?
Yeah, man. Like, you go up, and you're like, all right, I noticed that there is a tub full of sausages here. Not anymore!
So that, my friends, is actually a Constitution charisma check. Well, charisma if and only if you're not actually a guest at the hotel, which is something you could do. Like,
but make no mistake, it is always a Constitution check.
It's always a Constitution check.
Oh, man. When I have gone to Camp Fangamer in the past, one of these small pleasures of a weekend where there are many large pleasures, but one of these small pleasures is that feeling of waking up and being like, oh man, not only is there a breakfast buffet downstairs at this hotel, this is a fucking Hilton, so it's going to be nice. Going down there and be like, all right, please bring me all of your best garbage. Just, it's like, we making little tiny omelets? We're making little baby omelets? Meaning I could put multiple baby omelets on this plate? Do it. I'm putting them between these waffles.
Who's going to stop you, man?
And no one's going to stop me, man. Oh, man.
Oh, that reminds me. Brian, a bit of Twitter discourse played out this week. Fun Twitter discourse. And I noticed that you hadn't chimed in, so I wanted to ask, if you were to run a Pokemon gym, what type of gym would you run? And what type of Pokemon would you use? You don't have to, the second one's optional, actually.
Man. I actually saw this. And it got me thinking, and I came up with a few different ideas.
Okay.
So I suppose my cop-out answer is to say I'm torn.
Sure. Just make multiple gyms, dude. Diversify. Let's get it.
He's actually in charge of designing the Elite Four.
Oh, fuck! I'm in. Brian, what's your Elite Four?
Well, shit. I was going to say, now we've got a problem because I've got 3 ideas.
That's cool. You're the last person, and you do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
True.
So I want, like, the gym, which is, like, a bunch of speed bags, bunch of, like, wrestling rings, and a bunch of fighting types. Like,
all right.
Okay.
Yeah. And I figure, like, that's a good time. And, like, somebody's going to roll in there and be like, what the fuck is this? I thought this was going to be a gym. I'm like, yes, it's a gym, fool. Like,
pick up your weights. Hit the bag for a while.
Yeah, it's like, what did you think was going to be in here? A bunch of fucking
You're
gondolas?
sitting there like, Machoka's the personal trainer. Fuck you.
Exactly. That's what we do. That's what happens. Next one is, like, going to have a bunch of fucking, like, mirrors and a bunch of, like, spooky shit that pops out at you like a fucking fun house. And, like...
And it's just full of Mr. Mime because they're all clowns.
Oh, God.
It gets worse, Tegan.
Oh, no.
And then as you work your way back through this funhouse with lots of, like, mirrors and lots of spooky shit that pops out at you, you're eventually going to come to an escalator, and you're going to take that escalator down, at which point it's a gym full of fucking dittos.
Oh, God.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I love it. That's great. I'm in. I'm on board.
Yeah. Yeah, you like
That's great.
Do you like that, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's go on.
Yep. And the last one is I want the dumbest fucking gym. And
Okay.
this is the thing I really don't know how to execute. Is that
gym?
I want the gym which is full of Pokemon that just get people angry when they see them. Where they're like, you dare come at me with this? And I'm like, yes, not only do I dare come at you with this, I lay you out with this. But the thing is that I don't think there really is a formal designation called stupid type.
No.
Just people know a stupid type Pokemon when they see it.
There's a handful of Pokemon that people openly hate. Some of them unfounded, like Alolan Executor. Some of them they're absolutely deserved, like Troubadour and Garbodor. I hate those.
No.
They're
those are my
garbage
people. They are my
They're
brand.
literal garbage tier Pokemon.
The sentient
They're
garbage
tier
brand.
garbage Pokemon.
Right. They're great.
Fucking dumb.
They're great.
No, they're awful.
I hate them.
What is wrong with Trubbish?
You could run a early game gym and it's just a bunch of Miltanks with fucking rollout. Oh god.
You do a farm gym and it's all Torchics and Tauros. It's just like a farm.
That could be fun.
It's just a farm.
There's a bunch of sheep. Oh, okay. So
I feel like
know...
Torchic is too conventionally cute for this plan.
Well, yeah, we're talking about a farm gym now.
Okay.
You know what Pokemon you fucking put in your stupid gym, though, Brian? Stunfisk. Fuck Stunfisk. If you like Stunfisk, you're dumb. God, I hate him. I hate him so much. He's a fish, but he's a ground electric type. Fuck that.
1 second.
Fuck it.
There's another one. What is it? It's is it Gastrodon? No, it's the slug that could be pink or blue.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're... Shellos?
Shellos? Might be Shellos.
Shellos is evolved form. Shellos a baby.
Yeah, it is. Shellos evolves into
Gastrodon, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you could have
I feel like
Stunfisk
Stunfisk is allowed to be in this gym.
Stunfisk is dumb. I hate it.
I just looked at Stunfisk and this fish is magnificent.
God damn it.
When I was in Tokyo, there was Stunfisk merch everywhere. He was
really?
one of the popular, oh, this Pokemon's so cute from this gen. There was so much Stunfisk merch. I'd just turn around and be like, I hate everything. This is a garbage Pokemon.
Yeah, he comes to the dumb gym, Gooble Gobble one of us,
Google Gobble one of
us.
Yeah,
oh Lord.
He's gonna be in there with my Trubbish and my fucking Garbodor.
Shit, that's amazing.
Definitely we're gonna get some Alolan Executor because that shit was unfounded.
What about Dodrio? Or what's that skunk Pokemon called again?
Oh, there's definitely gonna be some Palisand.
Skuntank.
I think it is Skuntank.
Yeah. Dunsparce! Get yourself a Dunsparce in there.
Yeah, Brian would love Dunsparce. Holy shit. Oh, and a Wobbuffet. There has to be a Wobbuffet there.
Brian, do you know what a Dunsparce is?
I do now.
It's this Pokemon is 4'11".
Yeah, right?
He's 4'11". He does not evolve. Alex got this thing, and he thought it was so cute. He caught it in a cave. He raised it to level 30. And he was like, I can't wait to see what it evolves into. And I had to be like, at level 30, Alex, that Pokemon does not evolve.
Okay. I have a question about Dunsparce.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do these little wings do anything?
No, they do not.
Sold!
They move slightly in the animation when it's breathing. That's fucking it.
Okay.
That's
They
actually
don't
it,
do shit.
Yep. Dunsparce gets to come to the stupid gym. Okay. All right. So I got my Stunfisk, which is great. We're gonna have Trubbish and Garbodor. We're gonna have Dunsparce, and I'm pretty firm on this whole Palisand idea.
Okay.
It's a fucking haunted sandcastle.
Are you gonna get yourself a Klefki also?
Ooh, Brian would love Klefki.
Klefki is a ring of keys.
Yes. It's actually surprisingly strong because it's a fairy steel type, and its ability Prankster basically makes it so that every move that doesn't deal damage gets priority. So if something's about to hit you, you could just fucking hit it with Protect. Like, well, more than Protect. You could use, like, Thunder Wave and, like, give them a 50% chance to not do anything before they can even hit you, just because you're using a move that doesn't hurt
So
people.
Klefki is just a floating ring of keys.
It is just a floating ring of keys, yes. And all of those keys are accumulated from its owner. So, like, literally, they're just like, your car keys are missing, your fucking Klefki took them for decoration, because fuck you.
Because he's a kleptomaniac. He's Klefki.
Yes! That's yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah, we do. I don't want a kleptomaniac Pokemon in my fucking party who's stealing my keys, Brian.
So basically,
But
it's
it's
a
still
ferret
fairy
without the
type,
ferret.
Teak, and it's actually pretty good. It's viable in Ubers, which means it can fight stuff like fucking, like, Lugia.
I know it is. That's why it's bullshit.
So a Klefki is a ferret without having a ferret.
Yeah.
Wow.
If a ferret was a ring of keys.
And also because, like, a ferret Pokemon already exists and he's fucking cute. Ferret.
Does ferret steal shit?
Sometimes.
No, Ferret, well, yeah, he steals, like, berries and stuff. But he's cute. People like Ferret. People like Ferret to the point that they made, like, a life-size Ferret plush, and it's
like
5'2".
5'11".
Oh, fuck! What a good bean! Why is it so big?
I don't know,
Who needs that much Pokemon? You can barely carry it! God!
No, but Tegan, you gotta remember, Ferret is actually bigger than Charizard. It's like
Ferret is bigger than Charizard, because fuck Charizard. Charizard's like when a kid thinks dragons are so big, and then they're fucking not. God, I love Ferret.
Oh,
what a cute little dumbass. God, he'd be so fun.
What?
God, he'd be a good Pokemon.
True.
Jesus, it'd be like having an IRL Chinchou.
Chinchou's a good Pokemon. I really like Lantern. I wish it was stronger.
God,
but like...
I love him. His little lanterns, I love him. He's so cute. God.
All right, guys.
Fuck.
What the fuck is a Probopass?
Oh
no!
It's a giant stone nose, Brian.
It's a giant stone nose with a mustache, Brian.
It's a mustache.
Why did you guys keep this from me?
Because we didn't want you to have Nigel Thornberry in your fucking gym, Brian.
I kind of wanted to forget about him, if we're being honest.
I forget that Probopass is an evolution, because I just choose to believe that Nosepass has no evolution.
Right. I think they waited a whole generation to give him an evolution.
Oh my god, evolves from Nosepass. Look at little Nosepass. Oh my god, my son.
They use the nose to find, like, magnetic
when he holds
fields?
his little arms up over his head.
Oh god, really, Brian? This is your Pokemon?
That's
so
Brian's
good.
Pokemon.
Nosepass is adorable.
Brian, you've created your perfect gym. It's full of Pokemon that people are like, this sucks. And then you're just like, this is a good gym. And so you only attract people who are like, Garbodor's a good Pokemon, fuck you.
It's like, this is the hill that they're gonna die on. It's Brian's gym.
He looks like a little, like, Nosepass, he's like a little tiki guy.
He is a little tiki guy, yeah.
No,
he's
not.
head.
No, he's not. The things from the Alolan region are more like tiki guys.
Well, that's
what
true.
What are those called? You know what I'm talking about, Rocky. You know what I'm talking about. They're like Guardians?
I don't remember their names, but
Me
I know
either, but those are definitely more like tiki things.
I don't know. This guy looks a lot like a Moe head.
If he was out like on Easter Island in like a sepia photo, I wouldn't have questioned it. Like, I definitely would have just let it rock. Also, I'm sure you're aware of like Lickitungue's evolution, Licky Licky, right, Brian?
Yes, that is in my existing database of Pokemon knowledge.
Okay.
However, I think there's a test here, which is that, like, if you put this being in front of somebody who had zero knowledge of Pokemon, what is their default reaction to it? And that's why Shellos is not welcome in my gym.
Shellos is kind of cute.
I think that, like, if you found somebody who had no Pokemon bias, and you're just like, look at this cute fucking thing, they're going to be like, yeah, that's a cute fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, like, it's not until people, like, start knowing something about Pokemon that they start dunking on Shellos.
Okay, I think you could have Shellos in there as, like, a fuck you specifically for trainers who already know Pokemon. So, like, most of these are fuck you to people who don't know Pokemon, and then Shellos is in there as a fuck you to people who do.
I want the Pokemon I want the Pokemons that are fuck yous to everybody. Like,
gotcha.
You know, like, people like to dunk on Trubbish. It's a thing. You know, ain't no reason for that.
People dunk on Trubbish while holding fucking Voltorb and Electrode up to some semi-pedestal. It's bullshit.
Yeah, you see, thank you, Tegan. That is
so. I feel like this particular project that we're describing, I'm not sure. I feel like it may be better served as, like, kind of like a Pokemon sanctuary, like a Safari Zone of, like, unwanted Pokemon. I guess totally still have a gym.
Well, but Brian wants to battle with them.
That's true.
So maybe he's working at, like a rehabilitation center for Pokemon who have been abandoned by their trainers. But also, there's a gym inside. And the gym is full of the Pokemon that people abandoned.
I can respect it.
Oh, yeah. Yep. This is
like, I only caught this for my fucking Pokedex, and then they let it go.
Fuck those people.
Only with their permission, though.
Yes. Man. How do people feel about Tangrowth?
Tangrowth is actually surprisingly useful.
It's like a mixed bag.
Mm-hmm.
People are, like, happy that Tangela got an evolution, but then are like, it's just more noodles. But they're also like, it's more noodles! So.
Okay, so it's one of those things that could go either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Then
it's either the shittiest, laziest one, or it's, like, perfect.
Someone else will be charged with carrying the banner for Tangrowth, because I want the Pokemon that people are like, fuck this Pokemon.
Yeah, like, Tangrowth is actually, like, surprisingly, like, strong. So, like, it gets a lot of use. Like, it's in overused, like, on Smogon, which means, like, it's represented, like, 4% of all teams. Like, it's making the rounds.
Man. Well, friends and listeners at home, we are not just a speculative Pokemon podcast.
That's true.
We do lots of things on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Including, and it's not me this time, talking about Hearthstone.
Oh, yeah, it's me. It's me this time. Fuck, nope. I forgot.
No one saw this coming.
No one saw this coming. Alex is playing Hearthstone.
Mm-hmm.
Alex is playing Hearthstone all the time.
Oh.
Alex is playing so much Hearthstone that he stopped watching YouTube videos.
That's pretty serious.
The YouTube videos he watches are about Hearthstone. I don't know how to feel. He's not very good yet, but that's okay.
Mm.
I know, Nico. We're all very concerned here. Yeah. We're so concerned. Curse you, Brian, and also Griffin McElroy.
Griffin McElroy.
They're doing a series on Polygon right now where they're playing Hearthstone, and I'm just like, ah! And he's like, I'm gonna check it out. And now all he does is play Hearthstone. When he's not playing the Red Dead Online.
He had never played it before?
No, he never played it before. He does not play World of Warcraft. He doesn't play, like, the WoW MMO. He's not into it. He's playing Hearthstone. He doesn't play Magic. He doesn't play Yu-Gi-Oh! He's just playing Hearthstone.
So it's like his first, like, CCG, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am legit surprised that somebody could play Hearthstone in its current shape from scratch and not run fucking screaming if they were new to it. He's
having fun.
Huh?
He's having fun. He's playing like a hunter deck. I don't, He's playing a hunter deck. He's got, like, some dragon that he can sometimes summon that's, like, a 12/12 creature, and it kills all the other creatures on the field before it shows up. I don't know. Brian, I don't know. You know these things. You know things. You know things about cards that are collectible, and, like, you spend money on and don't even get any freaking cardboard for.
And we're back.
He's not spending any money on it. Yet.
I just think he should turn back.
Yeah.
As a guy who plays Hearthstone, and Hearthstone, like, he is not yet experienced the Hearthstone disappointment cycle. He doesn't have to.
But he plays League on the reg. Like a...
Oh, yeah, then he's fucking doomed. Just get in there. Just go. like, if he plays League on the reg, then he's already familiar with the disappointment cycle. So, yeah, I guess have at it. You know, the way the Hearthstone disappointment cycle is, it's timed a little bit differently in these parts. It's a 4-month cycle of, like, this is great, I love it, to, like, 4 months later being like, fuck this, and I wish I would die. You know? So, yeah. But congrats. If he's Hunter, he's part of the problem.
Oh, okay. I think he just picked it because he thought it was fun, but you know.
Fair enough. Being part of the problem is usually fun.
Okay.
Tegan, what else is going on?
You know. I started another game. Because I'm not doing anything. And it's another old game.
That's cool.
Playing Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm mad at it!
Oh, God.
The combat's bullshit!
What do you mean?
Fighting against other, humans is bullshit. You teach me all these skills to be a little sneaky person, and then you put me in a fight against a group of people, and I have no fucking place to hide? What bullshit is this? What am I supposed to do? I'm level 9, you fucks! God, I don't even have any good skills yet! Jesus! And then, an hour and a half later, I take out an entire bandit camp by sneaking around in the fucking cover you put there, cause it's a fucking bandit camp, and I fucking headshot everybody. God, why? Nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense! I don't understand. What do you mean I came from a mountain? What do you mean you're interpreting I have to heal data corruption as, you have to cleanse the land? What the fuck? I don't know what's going on, and, I wish they'd done motion capture the way they'd done it in Detroit Become Human, because everyone's face moves weird. I don't like it. I know, Nico. You slam that door. You do that.
We out here using a David Cage game as the gold standard?
Well, they do
really
good
nice motion capture?
Okay, all right.
For really nice facial construction because they used really good motion capture? Yes, we are.
At least until Death Stranding comes out.
Mm-hmm.
But Death Stranding is running on the same engine as Horizon.
Yeah, but their mocap's better.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's face is really stiff. And everyone, is slightly bobbing even if there's no, speaking going on as though they were speaking. Which is a little weird. It looks a little weird. You know.
Because it's the cinematicness of it.
Yeah. And everyone's teeth are very...
The teeth are a lot in that game, actually.
Yeah, they're kind of unsettling in a weird way. I don't know how to describe it. They're just a little unsettling. But, other than that, I'm enjoying, running around and taking down machines is fun, and getting sneaking around and, offing people, that's cool, and, I don't know, it feels like a lot happened in the first couple hours, and I'm just I don't understand how anyone's okay with this, but alright.
I think they got bigger problems, Teeks.
I feel in a normal society, if, the only person who survived your fucking proving test because of an ambush was the outsider who ended up winning it, you'd fucking kill them anyway? You wouldn't fucking take them into the heart of your sacred land to, like, heal them.
Yeah, but this is kind of like the Naruto, what was it? Naruto, the Mexican, The Last Samurai, where, like, the outsider just, like, becomes the hero because they have to be. And it's just like...
Yeah, basically. It's like plot. It's like the only reason that... So basically, like, they basically tell you, the only reason this is happening is because of plot. And you're like, okay. I can get behind that, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It's a time, I guess. I'm really enjoying the parts that aren't the story, though.
Well, that's good.
Like, traipsing around the environment is fun. Climbing on stuff is pretty fun. Not as fun as in Breath of the Wild, where you can climb anything, anytime, as long as it's not raining. But, like, I do enjoy how, like, when it's raining really hard, I can sneak a lot better. To the point where I can just, like, basically walk up to stuff and they won't know I'm there. So I can just stab it and be done.
This is, wild to me that, like, you're bouncing off the writing in this. I actually thought the writing was one of this game's strong points. The thing for me that, like, held this back when I played it was that I thought that it had just a little too much, like, bullshit on the map. Like, here's some bullshit to do. Like, look at this hunting challenge, or what do they call them? What is it? Vaults in the game, like the underground area, like the old, yeah, where it's like
the cauldrons
like,
or whatever.
Yeah, like go to this hunting area, go to this vault. Like, I thought there was just a little bit too much, just like
check out this vantage point where you could see what it looked like in the past.
Yeah, like
check it out. This ruin was an Italian villa. Meh.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Right. So that like checklisty feel.
I like checklists in games.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I don't know what to do.
And it's weird to me that like that you say that you like checklist in games, but like when you're holding it up against like Breath of the Wild, which is the absolute opposite of a checklist game.
I made my own checklist.
Mm-hmm.
I went through, like, my typical Zelda checklist for that. So I went, okay, it wants me to go do this dungeon, so that's what I'm gonna do. And then it said it wanted me to go do this dungeon, so that's what I'm gonna do. And if I did other shit along the way, like, that was on me. But I, like, used my own Zelda checklist to do the things.
It's like, Breath of the Wild is very much a throw you out there, let you figure it out, let you do whatever the fuck you want kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with the possible exception of like, Ganon is in the center of the map. Please to murder him.
Please to murder him at some point, you know.
Yes. Along the way, like, if you get really tied up in, like, baking monster cakes or fixing Terrytown, that's on you, bud. You know, like, but, like, Horizon definitely has a bunch of shit it wants you to do. I just wish the game had been more linear, which I think is a weird thing to feel. But, like, as I get older and have less time, like, I value smaller games more. And, like, whenever I was deviating from the plot, I was like, oh, okay, like, I guess this is also in this video game. Like, Rocky, you played through this too, right?
A little bit. I borrowed it from a friend, and then I gave it back.
Considering that it came out the same week as Breath of the Wild, its climbing did not sit well with me. Yeah. Breath of the Wild had some good-ass climbing compared to it.
I struggle to remove myself from something I have grabbed onto.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if I've started a climb, I basically have to finish and then jump down from the top and hope I don't die. Because I can get all the way down to that bottom one, and then I cannot, like, get off of that bottom one. I'm just like, put your feet down! Aloy! Feet on the ground, please! We have other shit to investigate! And she's like, no, I gotta stay right here. Right here! I gotta go up. I'm going up. I'm gonna go up. I'm going up. And, like, I don't know. I've jumped off a couple of cliffs during, like, fights, thinking that's what I was supposed to do, and then it's like, no, that's not what you were supposed to do, you died. And then and then they throw me off the cliff, and I live, and I'm like, oh, I had to wait for the plot to throw me off the cliff. I couldn't throw myself off the cliff and skip the plot. Cool. I'm just having a fuss with it a little bit. But, like, it's not bad. Like, I am enjoying it. I'm gonna get to do more. I'm gonna play more when we're done recording. So.
Wild.
You know. Yeah.
And I'm also seeing here that Tifa's titties are on the docket as well.
Yeah, this is bullshit. Men are mad at the redesign of Tifa's titties. But it's not really a redesign, my dudes. They've got more polygons to work with, number one. Number two, she's wearing a fucking actual sports bra that someone would actually wear when they're actually working out. And so, her tit size has not changed, they're just compressed against her chest! That's why they look so round and large, but they're just flatter. Like, gee, people don't understand how boobs work. And it's dumb. They're all being dumb.
It is real dumb.
And I'm mad about it. 'Cause, like, if you're running around with some tig old bitties out there, literally every fucking step hurts. Because your boobs bounce all over the goddamn place. And if you want her to still be, like, a fist-fighting person and not have to deal with, like, the most bizarre boob physics in the world, like, you'll let the girl wear a fucking compression sports bra. Jesus.
So, first of all, human beings are garbage. And I can't believe that we're having this conversation, like, 2 months after we had it the last time? Like, 2 months ago, was it? Yeah, 2 months ago, Mortal Kombat 11 comes out. And, like, basement-dwelling internet has a meltdown because they're like, why are all the titties smaller in Mortal Kombat 11?
God.
This is censorship.
It's not censorship.
I think that's the part of me which is incensed the most, is that, like, in addition to not understanding how tits work, none of these idiots actually understand what censorship is or how censorship works.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they're so far removed from the, like, a fundamental understanding of the human experience that, like, I don't even know where to fucking start with them. It's like, okay, you don't understand how the human body works. You also don't understand how human interaction and governments work. So, like, I don't know which is going to be easier to explain to you. Censorship or tits. Because, like, what the fuck? Just, if NetherRealm... Oh, God damn it. Rocky, all the words are failing me. What do you got?
I feel like these dudes aren't worth my time for the most part. Like, if I met a person in real life who decided that they needed to, like, tell me how incensed they were about Tifa's boobs being smaller, it's like, dude, like, why do you care? Also, they're, like, not. She's just wearing a binder. Like, fuck off. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand why these people care about this so much. Like, I don't know how small their lives are to make this so important, I guess. And just, like, to be just so, like, it's, like, simmering in, like, foolishness. Like, it's just that they have no understanding about the world around them, the people that live in it, and how, like the world affects them, or how their bodies work. And it's just, like, most of these things could have been solved. Not even, like, it doesn't actually need a conversation. Like, I don't think anyone ever told me how sports bras or, like, how boob physics work. I just feel like I learned that, like, incidentally, just by being around people. By, like, I don't know, like, having women in my life, like, and understanding, like, what they do when they go work out. And I was like, oh, cool. Like, that makes a lot of sense. Like, I guess they would bounce around a lot. I'm glad that got fixed. Like,
God, it's the worst.
And it's just like, I don't understand how they don't have this information. Like, where have they been spending their time? Like, what's been going on? Like, it's, God, like, it feels like elementary to me. It feels like someone came up to me and tried to, like, spend 10 minutes yelling at me that, like, the ocean should be red, though. Like, it's just like, why? Like, what for? What does that accomplish? What does this get you, dude? And it's, I don't know, man.
I mean, like, also, you know, if you're gonna bitch about, like, little things that they've changed, you know, to make things more realistic, why don't we talk about how they've lowered the height of Aerith's bangs, you fucks? Like, jeez, they lowered that by, like, at least 2 inches. Come on! Cosplayers around the world are dying! No, I'm kidding. Everyone's really happy because, like, Jesus, that was a nightmare to style, and it looked bad on real people. And now it looks like good. What the hell? God. People suck.
2 months ago, Mortal Kombat 11 came out, and the character of Jade was undead in this Mortal Kombat, and was kind of a zombie with some, like, rotted, fetid parts. This internet, the internet that the three of us are currently dunking on and exacerbated by,
not Beyonce's internet.
Their complaint was, why is Jade an undead zombie? It makes it harder to jack off to her.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I was like, well, maybe you don't need to jack. Like, no, like, but my entire response, like, I couldn't, like, y'all are jacking off to, like, Mortal Kombat girls? Like, that was, like, my entire response. Like, I couldn't understand. Like, I'm not sure I do now, honestly. Like,
no, Rocky, like, this, your level of, like, you know, confusion and, like, on the inability to process this makes sense as a human. Because, like, if I said to you, what's 2 plus apple? You should look at me and go, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
yeah, like, what are you talking about?
iPhone 12 confirmed.
It just, like, because, like, it's harder to jack off to this zombie is on the level of what is 2 plus apple. You know?
Yeah, like why are we talking about this? Why is this a point of contention?
And the thing that, like, frustrates me about this whole, like, Tifa's, the whole thing about the tit gate that frustrates me,
sure,
is that, like, I'm not, like, you guys know, I am the last goddamn person to come to the defense of a company. If you are publicly traded and you are a bunch of shitheels, I am not going to be the guy who comes running to your defense. I am not that guy.
They already pay
Brian's
people
not
for
your
that.
friend.
Right. But, like, fucking Square Enix is out there, is like, I don't know, how about if we respond to questions about Tifa's tits as if they were asked by reasonable people? I'm like, oh no, Square Enix, no. Like, and, like, when we start to, like, run into, like, issues with the translation, with the Famitsu interview, where, like, something gets translated as ethics department, and, like, all of these idiots who believe in, like, QAnon and have the fucking, like, conspiracy boards up, you know, or like, that's it, see? Ethics department. But what really got me is that since ethics is a word that these people fetishize, they're like, no, this is the opposite of an ethics department. An ethics department would have made the tits bigger. Like,
That'd be an integrity department.
Oh, man.
And it's just one of those things where it's like, you read it, you sigh deeply, and you go through about 10 seconds of wanting to burn the entire internet down, and then you fucking move on. But goddamn, guys. Like, this is one of the few times I will say, like, hey, large, you know, publicly traded, major corporation, have a hot dog and a hand job on me, but please, I'll just throw these guys in the dumpster for you. Like, what the fuck?
We'll help the trash take itself out.
Oh my god. Fuck this, fuck those people. God damn. Rocky House Auto Chess.
It's pretty cool. I'm a bishop now, so that's nice. Cleared season 1. I'm working a bit more, like, on synergies, because, like, For the most part, okay. For anyone that doesn't know, auto chess is the new trend that is sweeping the nation. It is a game in which you basically choose pieces that are randomly generated and align them on a board that looks like a chessboard, and you let them duke it out. They have powers and abilities. They have synergies and special like items that work well with them. And your job is to essentially be like a franchise coach, and place them in positions where they can succeed. Pick your lineup so that you can win as many matches as possible. And maintain an economy that allows you to be flexible in trying times or whatever. I've been having fun fucking with that. Season 1 on like the mobile auto chess game is almost over. Like I think it's about a month away. Never mind. I got some just really ahead. That's cool. And I've gotten up 2 ranks so far, because like the rating system works like chess pieces. So there's pawn, then knight, and now bishop, and I think it's rook, and then I'm pretty sure the next one is queen and then king. So I'm working my way up to rook now. And for the most part, like early game stuff is just about like figuring out how to build stronger pieces as quickly as possible with like a light understanding of synergies. But synergies are a bit more important in like the knight level of play, and so not knight, in the bishop level of play. And so I'm messing around with different synergies, trying to figure out how to like really leverage those to my advantage. I'm having fun.
Okay,
it's a good time.
Do you know which auto chess you are playing?
Yeah, I'm playing Auto Chess, which is the mobile app that was made after made by the people who created the original mod for Dota 2. They have a mobile app. They are beginning a PC beta that will be featured on the Epic store.
Okay, so you're playing the Drodo Auto Chess.
Yes.
Okay. I am playing Dota Warlords.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, if I want to sit down in front of my computer and play auto chess, right now I could either, I've got one of 3 choices, and simplicity's sake, one. I was like, I could download Dota and then download the mod.
Yeah, which I wasn't going to do.
I was like, that sounds exhausting. Or I could go to www.leagueoflegends.no and I could download League and then play the new League auto chess mode.
Actually, I'm not sure that's an option that's available to you yet. Because Teamfight Tactics, which is the League of Legends auto chess, is currently playing on the PBE, which is like their test server. Like it's going to come out next week on like to the public.
I was like, or I could download Dota Warlords, which became available like late Thursday night outside of like test. Well, I mean, it's still technically a test, but first there was closed test and now there is open test.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, so this is one that all I have to do is click a button in my Steam client and I'm good to go. Sold. So I downloaded me some Dota Warlords. So it's weird because like some of the language that you're using, like these like ranking systems of like knights and stuff, is not something I've necessarily seen. But what I can say is that like I understand the idea. Like I'm already understanding the difference between like how the game pivots around its economy and making sure you have money later while making good buys now, and the difference between buying better pieces versus like piece synergy.
Mm-hmm.
Figuring that out early and figuring out how to balance that seems to be like something that is where the good play comes from. Like I'm really enjoying it so far because it takes the part of or it takes one of the things I like most about Hearthstone, which is essentially deck construction, and then like makes it the center of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I also like drafting in card games, like where you're forced to draft. And I like the idea of like between rounds being presented with a store with like dudes in it. And it's like, well, not every dude ever is in this store. There are 5 dudes available right now. So it's kind of like a draft. Are you going to like pick from one of these dudes and pick the one that has the best available synergies right now, or pick just the strongest one right now? Or are you going to pick one that you don't necessarily have a lot of synergies with right now, but bank that you can make the synergies later? Or are you going to pay money to be shown 5 different dudes? Like, because in an economy where your coins are rare and valuable, like, are you going to spend 2 gold to just get shown like a different set of dudes during your drafting phase?
Mm-hmm.
I'm really liking it. Like, the one thing I wish would go faster is the actual fighting part. Like, get me back to the part where I'm doing the drafting and the team construction, and making the choices. Because, like, obviously, like, once you just like have your little dudes go, you're waiting for the shit to resolve itself, and like the game has to know how it's going to play out, right? Like it can't it just like do that shit in double time? Can I have a fast forward button for the fight?
Ironically, the original mod, and I think Drodo has a fast forward function, but the danger of that is a competitive balance, because like if the resources that you're trying to like keep track of as a player are your gold constrained by time, the more time that you have grants you a significant competitive advantage. So like if it went faster for everyone, like if the whole fight was faster, that would be one thing. But especially like fights that like drag on, like if you're able to like get back in because your fight was shorter, whether you won or lost faster, you can definitely rip into like getting better like strategies or get further down like the refund tree or whatever. Cause like, especially if you're like, so like you know, like lose streaks are a strategy. Like, if you start losing early, it's better for you to continuously lose and build up a lose streak rather than yo-yo, because like you get bonus gold for your lose streak, and you can actually hit like a pretty solid economy. Like you get to like 30-40 gold where you're getting the extra 3-4 gold per turn, and if you have a 3 gold lose streak, like you could be banking somewhere between 9 and 12 gold per turn, even though you're not winning rounds. And if you just like stack your bench until like you're sure you can win, then like having more time by just like throwing matches and letting yourself get blown up gives you more time to decide. It's, I don't know.
I hadn't even thought about doing that. Like the shit's devious.
Yeah. It's actually really interesting because there's like the game doesn't really become super punishing until you get to about like 40 health, especially since like it's a lot easier to lose close early on where you're just losing by 1 or 2 pieces. Because like in late game, if you have like the squad, you can take 10, 12 HP off a person per turn. Like you can just keep doing that. And so like, as long as you like, if you have 1 HP, like you can get back all the way to the top of the board just by beating everyone by having the right team with the right synergies. And you can bide your time until you get there.
How is the, so you're playing this on mobile right now.
Yeah.
Has Drodo made any kind of like tutorial to speak of, or are they just like, hey, fine, fuck it, get in there?
No, yeah, there's a tutorial. It's brief, but like the information from the tutorial, as well as like I want to say encyclopedia of like items and characters and whatever, are literally like a button away. So like you can always just like reference it like mid-game. It's tougher like in later rounds because like, you know, time is precious or whatever, but the there's like maybe a 5-minute tutorial, and then like you can just sit around in casual matches where like they don't really amount to that much. But I don't know. I started winning those pretty quickly, so I jumped right into rank afterwards. I think I did like 10 casual games or something. But there's definitely a tutorial, and it tells you like how to buy things, how synergies work. They show you like one of the simpler ones, which I think it's just goblins, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And they talk about how some synergies like interact with other people, like Witcher and like Demon. But I know those are probably different in like the Dota version because they changed theirs for legal reasons. But it seems to tell you a little bit about what's going on, but a lot of it's just like trial by fire, I guess.
Man, like it took Dota a while, like multiple years, to go from popular mod inside of an existing game to thing that various different companies in the video game space were like being like, oh, we've got to cash in on this. We got to make one of these. And then we went through a point where like absolutely everybody was like, okay, can we make one of those games with the lanes? Can we make one of those games with the lanes where there's like the 5 guys? But auto chess kind of has like gone through this cycle like much, much faster. Like I feel like it kind of like took off to the companies competing in this space spot faster than the battle royale.
Well, like we live in a post Fortnite world now.
Yeah.
Like where like literally, I mean, Epic has been a deal for a while, but they literally made a like spin-off or a version of like the new hot mod and took over the world. Like that's what happened. And if that's like an idea, that's a thing that people can do now, like people are going to be on this train faster than slower.
Which is why everybody's trying to get a piece of that auto chess pie. Mm-hmm. I gotta tell you, like, I know we've made lots of jokes about, like, Nintendo Battle Royales, like, 99 Marios jump out of a plane.
Have you played Mario Royale?
I've not. I'm aware that it exists.
What?
Mm-hmm. It's not official. It's definitely like a mod that's just like playable on browsers. But basically, you're in like Super Mario Bros. And you are one of like 199 Marios, and you're just racing to the end. And like top 3 finishers win. And like items can affect your opponent. So like you can grab a star and start blowing up other Marios. Same thing with Fire Flower. You can jump on each other and stuff. Oh wait, no, you can't jump on each other. That's actually important. But it's just like a platforming speed run. It's like Fall Guys, basically, but like OG Mario.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Well, aside from like figuring out, aside from like say doing it in the context of Splatoon, I could never figure out a way for Nintendo to really horn in on the battle royale craze and make it make sense. But I can look at auto chess and be like, oh, Nintendo could live in this space and do.
They could make a really good auto chess.
Yes, they could. Like if they deigned to be like, here is auto chess with Mario characters. Oh my goodness! Like, imagine picking something like this buffs all your Koopas, or this buffs all your boos. Like, oh.
I'd probably try to go for Shy Guys whenever I could.
See, you can already see it. You can see it. Oh, man.
I think, but like, there's a handful of franchises that they could do it with. I mean, Mario is definitely a strong one. But they could do Zelda auto chess. They could do Fire Emblem auto chess. They actually, I'm pretty sure, could do Metroid auto chess if they really wanted to. But, like, auto chess is definitely a thing that Nintendo could do, but, like, maybe they'll get around to it, maybe they won't. Like, I don't think they'll care too much about taking over the world. I think they'll just do something about like. I think they'll probably make something that's more of an expression of how they like want to interact with it, like Tetris 99. Like, I
do think that whoever gets auto chess in whatever form on Switch first is going to make a shit ton of money.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So whether it's a first or third party title, hey, guy in a garage with 2 people who's working on evenings and weekends, you get that auto chess done first on Switch, like, you're making bank. Like, and not to say that there isn't a bunch of bank to be made with auto chess on PS4 and Xbox One. Like, there certainly is. But, like, I think that the portable nature of the Switch, coupled with like the multiplayer requirement of auto chess, would just like drive revenue like mad. I'd
actually, so I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised if Blizzard was the first one to get an auto chess out on Switch.
I'm going to say some words.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to make us all angry.
Sure.
Call of Duty auto chess.
Nope. Nope. First of all, what even are the different pieces in that? They're all guns. Yeah. Everything's a gun. Dumb. No.
I think it's what
rejected.
It's probably going to be, if they did do that, if Call of Duty put out an auto chess, it'd probably end up being something like the Ubisoft Smash Bros. Game. You know what I'm talking about.
I do, yeah. I think it's called like Ubisoft Suck Squad or something. Like,
yeah, that sounds right. That's how I remember it.
Vetoed.
If you're going to make a Suck Squad, this is the way to do it. So I could just see some guy on a stage wearing jeans and like a black turtleneck, being like, and the game lets you, build a team with various iconic Call of Duty characters, like Biff Shotgun and like Greg Hand Grenade. You're able to flex the kind of training and relationships that made them the most skilled and deadly soldiers in the history of fighting wars.
That does sound like some shit they would say.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot.
Greg Hand Grenade of the Tacoma Hand Grenades.
Oh, Jesus, fuck no.
The Tacoma Hand Grenades.
I'm out.
Yeah, I think he went to Union High.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, man. Rocky, what else have you been playing, man?
I finished Cadence of Hyrule. I finished Cadence of Hyrule, and it was pretty cool. That last boss fight tripped me out for a second until like because when I had like so you end up fighting Ganon because like spoilers, Ganon's the big bad like he always is. And like there's a section in that last fight where like you need to get the 3 characters, because you're controlling all of them like simultaneously, into like the Triforce thing in the Triforce spots. And I thought I needed to get all 3 of them there at the same time. So instead of like going for the spots, like I was like trying to space everyone so they could land appropriately. And like I lost maybe a good 5 runs just to that. And that was it was a real kick in the nuts when I found out they would just stick there. So that was cool. I really like the endgame weapons that I was able to find. Like, there's like that there's a particular sword that does like 2 damage in a circle around you, but like 3 damage based on like proximity. There's like a spear that stabs through 3 characters, and like Zelda's Royal Rapier was really cool. I started looking into some of the speedrun tech, and like the knowledge that was like accumulated and like put in spreadsheet form is kind of fucking amazing, and I'm really excited about it. I don't feel pressed to play it right now because I have other stuff that I'm working toward. Like I have a fucking deadline apparently. But Cadence was a really good little game, and I'm happy that I got to play it.
You have a deadline?
Yeah. Final Fantasy XIV's new expansion comes out in 10 days, which will be 6 days by the time of recording.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a healer to level, so it'll be ready to like start the path to 70 and then being raid ready by the 16th when the Savage raid becomes available. And I have a static, so I have 7 people that I'm beholden to that I have the express purpose of keeping them alive with this class that I haven't taken to raids yet. So I'm leveling and I'm gathering gear and I'm learning strats, and I gotta do that. Also, I gotta get my gatherers and my crafters up because your boy is broke, at least in the MMO world. Ha! In the real world too. Your boy is just broke. Fuck. But I need to get my gatherers and crafters up because having that ready, like, at the start of an expansion and just getting, like, the new materials or the new gear up on the market boards real quickly is a very good way to make money early on. Like, I'm talking about hundreds of millions of, like, gil. I'm really excited. Mm-hmm. But I gotta do the leveling. I gotta put in the time that I didn't put in months ago. And it's doable. I need to finish. Fuck.
It's doable. You just need to do.
Yeah, I just need to do. And, I have time. Like, I'm going to spend a lot of my weekend doing that, especially since I've already ripped through the Iceborne beta. It's neat. I like it a lot.
How is it? Like, what? Is it just like, oh, there's snow now?
No. Okay, so all the weapon types got new moves. So there's, like, additional, like, combo, like, routes that you can do now. And, for example, the dual blades, since they redid, like, the slinger, which is, like, the thing that everyone has to just shoot stuff that you pick up at people.
Right.
Has a new move, which is, like, the evade shot, which, like, after I, like, land an attack, I can, like, press L2 and I will, like, dive forward, like, with iframes, and then, like, shoot something. And then I can land and continue my combo. So, like, what it'll do is that, like, if I'm slashing something, like, say, in front of, like, a Tigrex, and it lifts its arm to swing at me, I can press L2 to jump through him and shoot, and then, like, continue my combo and not get hit. But if I have something especially powerful in, like, my slinger, like a bomb pod, I can actually cause a stagger, and then, like, continue my combo in the same place.
Ah. That's cool.
There's also, like, a claw that basically gives you, like, a quick mini mount where I can just, like, latch onto someone, like, Captain Commando style, and then do, like, a brief combo attack. Or I can unload everything that's in my stinger, which is actually pretty good for, like, stuff like stones, because, like, those have always been worthless. And I can just, like, fire 20 stones right into a monster's face, and it'll, like, disorient it and make it run forward a little bit. And then it'll, like, if I'm near a wall, I can crash it into a wall and get a free mount. And we knew about that when the trailer came out. But, like, it's actually pretty accessible. Like, I'm really happy how it works in my hands. What else was there? There's, like, new destructible environments. There are a lot of new creatures. The popos are back, which are great. Because it's an expansion, the weapon upgrades are higher. And, like, the numbers that we're dealing with right now are fucking terrifying. Like, I'm going to be dealing so much damage. The various, like, tools that you're able to use in the wild, like the ghillie suit to hide or the rock steady mount to, like, avoid, like, being interrupted, have upgrades that now you can put decorations on, which means that your ability to, like, craft particular sets are even bigger than they were before. And I'm really excited to tear this apart. But, that's in September. Presumably I'll be done raiding by then. I can't put the cart before the horse. But the beta was cool. I spent some time with it. I ripped through it. I'm gonna get bonus items when I get in September. And I'm gonna play a little bit more tonight because I have a friend that we're celebrating a birthday with. But I'm just gonna try to find some pants I can wear with this fucking astrologian because everything's robes and dresses. And level my stuff. I guess that's what I've been playing.
I thought you meant you were wearing robes and dresses like when you went out tonight, and I got real confused for a second. Confused. I was okay, we're rocking that. What? Okay.
I've never actually worn a robe out. I don't like robes in general. Like, it's not my steez, I guess.
It's not your what?
Like robes, like out in public?
Yeah, you said it's not your what?
My steez?
What is that? What is that? Sorry, I dropped my spoon. I was too excited.
It's just like not my thing. It's not my jam. It's just another way of saying that.
Oh, okay. It doesn't butter your biscuit?
Does not butter my biscuit, no.
Man.
And I've never I never worn a dress out in public. It's just not a thing I've gotten around to.
It's just like wearing a robe, just shorter. Just a little bit shorter. Really, that's it. And you don't generally have, like, the cool sleeves that, like, swoosh when you walk. Like, 90% of the appeal of a robe is the swooshy sleeves.
I believe that. That makes a lot of sense to me.
It's the aesthetic. The mystery.
The mystique
Where
of the
are
robe.
your arms in that thing? No one fucking knows. It's great.
Oh, man. So, Brian, why are kids on this thing? Is there a game called Kids that we should know about?
Are you here to talk to us about literal children?
Before we moved on from, I guess I had some Cadence feelings.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Cool.
Which are, I'm really, really glad that, like, the cheeky punniness of Cryptid the Necrodancer is alive and well in this game.
True.
I am here for Wiz Robo. He is relevant to my interest.
Uh-huh.
I have yet to have a boss fight in this game where, like, I didn't encounter the boss and go, oh, that's hilarious. I think Go Maracas, though, is probably the best, but let's...
That was kind of
yeah.
OD. Wait, Teagues, what did you think about the instrument choices?
I was real surprised.
By what, the bass guitar or the
oboe?
glockenspiel?
Why the fucking oboe? Please, why oboe? Why oboe? Nobody likes oboe.
Damn, some people like oboes.
Yeah, oboe players like oboe.
Well, yeah. That's why they play it.
There aren't enough oboe players. That's why they play it.
Brian, how you feel about oboes, man?
I mean, I'm not going to fight him.
I'm going to fight him. I'm going to fight him with my bass guitar.
Oh, man.
Like, I like the fact, like, when it comes to, like, accessibility and making sure that games are challenging for players at all levels, I like the fact that this game found a way of preserving the challenge it has to offer, even if you ain't got no rhythm. Because if you go into the fixed beat mode, it literally becomes a puzzle about movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, okay. So, like, instead of just... Because so often, like, the way people translate conversations about difficulty is to say, like, oh, well, you're saying this game shouldn't be hard. And you're like, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the way this game is hard is, like, something that makes it, difficult or inaccessible. But, like, if you let the game be hard in a different way, then, like, you make it something which is still difficult, but is now a challenge that can be surmounted. And, like, I really appreciate that, like, from a design perspective, that, like, Cadence of Hyrule in fixed beat mode is by no means easy, because you are still, I mean, until you, like, there is definitely what I would call, like, a downhill point in the game, but I think that that's more just, like, you get to a point in the game where you have enough stuff, some of the challenges you are encountering become incidental, but I think that has more to do with what the power incline is in the game overall versus how it's being played.
Yeah, it just feels like Zelda.
Right.
That's fine.
Exactly. Like, you reach a point in Zelda where you just, like, walk into a room and you're like, y'all gonna die, and it's true.
Who's ready for me to fuck your shit up?
Exactly.
You? Great.
Right. And so I think that has more to do with, like, the natural power creep of, like, Zelda game design than the mode that the game is being played in. But, like, in the parts of the game that were supposed to still be hard, it still felt hard. So I really appreciated that. Like,
Wait, did you see that there's a permadeath mode?
No.
Yeah, there is.
Please, no.
It's horrifying.
Oh god.
Why is there a permadeath mode?
There just is. Also, there's like the world record speedrun right now is somehow 23 minutes and 42 seconds. I'm still looking for a video, but like, I don't know how that is, but apparently it is. That's what's going on.
So, I think y'all had questions about kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I played a game called Kids.
On a slope.
On a what, Tegan?
On a slope?
No, they just kids.
They just kids?
They just kids.
Fuck.
And it's from a company called Playables. And let me tell you what. If you're just trying to find a fucking game called Kids on the internet, type in the word kids or type in the word kids game.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Brian, what'd you do?
No, I'm just saying that the hardest game of kids is finding kids.
Brian, what'd you do?
No, nothing terrible happened. It's just hard to find.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm just saying that like their SEO decision is bad. You know, like calling your game Kids is like makes it damn near impossible to find. Fortunately, you know, and I wanted to play this because I'd heard about it, and I was able to find it on Steam and Itch. I ended up getting it for Itch. It's also available on phones, but I was like, let me get it on Itch, because I also like recently freshened up the install on my GPD Win 2, because that was a thing I've been wanting to do. I was like, all right, yeah, let me start to load up some stuff which has been on my to-do list for a while on the Win 2. Catch up on some PC gaming. So I played this fucking Kids game. And friends, I have never in my life played something and so quickly thought to myself, Jesus Christ, Tegan would hate this.
Oh, wow. Really? Never in your life? That's kind of an honor.
Like, seriously, like, I think that the kind of blind rage this would drive you into, Tegan, would be so powerful that the world would not be ready.
Oh, wow. Oh, no. What happens in this game?
This game is a roughly 30-minute long art experience.
Yes.
Yeah. And, like, it is mainly you manipulating the movement experience of, like, a field of characters that look like they're from a Keith Haring painting. So it's like you're, like, looking at... So it's like looking at a moving Keith Haring painting and then somehow, like, manipulating the path of movement or the behavior of these little dudes that look like they're from Keith Haring paintings. Sometimes they're just like moving in a crowd. Sometimes they're jumping in a hole. At some points they're all pointing at one of them and they're like, you did it. And then you like click on various ones to like change who they're accusing. Go, no, you did it. There's parts where they're flowing through an intestine.
What is the point of this game?
That's a strong question, Tegan. I'm not sure there's an answer.
What do you do in this game?
Oh, I think I've described what they do, but as to your first question, Tegan, as to what's the point, I want to be real here. I'm not rightly fucking sure.
Oh, God.
There have been...
What do you mean? Like, you're telling me things that happen in the game, but, like, what is
what
do
you cause them to happen.
Those are the things you're doing.
Oh, that's it? You just cause shit to happen? What the fuck? I don't like it already. Oh, Lord. There's no plot? Is there? I don't see a plot. There's no plot happening in this video.
I don't think.
It's not a lot about definition,
and I don't think that like you necessarily need a plot to make a good game, or even a plot that like I don't think a recognizable plot is something that defines like a core requirement for a good game or even a good art game. Like,
Yeah,
That's
games don't really
fair.
need stories.
yeah,
That's
like,
fair, but what do you, like, what is the goal? What do you do? Is it just to make all these, like, little tiny beings as miserable as possible?
Miserable's a strong word.
no, and like, I mean, that's the thing is that like, that I don't even necessarily think that like goals are a requirement for like a strong game or an art game. But what I can tell you, Tegan,
Mm-hmm.
is that like I played through this thing
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not sure what the fuck they were trying to get at. And like I am like I'm a guy who has spent like multiple, like I think the cumulative amount of time on this show across every episode, you know, talking about like game design theory and like stuff. Like I think I have spent more than an hour on this show championing the work of Robert Yang and like talking about stuff like Cobra Club and the Tea Room. And when it came time to talk about like the genre of games that people, you know, derisively call walking simulators, I am the first here to be like, no, these are relevant pieces of art. These are games. And like, I'm not going to challenge the gameness of kids, mainly because I'm pretty sure they're like challenging it themselves. Like they describe it as a short interactive animation. They're like, kids is a short interactive animation. And I'm really not sure what the fuck they want me to feel or think, because I came away from it going, well, okay.
If it's an interactive animation, isn't that not a game?
Right. And I think that by calling themselves that, it's weird because, you know, and this is a conversation we've briefly had on this show about like the idea of the phrase video game, just the word video game, like, is the only real easily commonly understood shorthand that can be like understood by anybody for describing the type of media that you're engaging with. Like, if you're trying to say to someone that you are holding a controller or using a mouse and keyboard or even pushing things on your screen with your finger in order to make other things happen, then the quickest way and the most understood way to describe it is video game. If the guy sits you down at work and is like, all right, I want you to watch this short movie on why not to remove your hard hat on the floor, he's going to use the word movie, even though the thing he's sitting you down to watch isn't necessarily narrative or designed for art's sake or entertainment value. Like, movie is the commonly understood phrase to communicate the medium. And so, like, when I think that these designers call this thing a short interactive animation, it's like separating itself from what it is in kind of a weird way, because it's like, oh, this is a video game. Whether or not it is a good video game or a bad video game is probably a different conversation. Because I think that this is a bad game that is trying to wrap itself up in art as a defense from being called bad. And that pisses me off. Yeah, I'm like, this feels like I didn't get really pissed off at it until it started asking me to do things several times over. And it didn't really feel like I, as the viewer or player, was gleaning anything from the repetition. Or it's like, please do this one thing over and over again. Like, you make people jump in the fucking hole, like, something like 8 or 9 times in the course of, like, what can be done in about 30 minutes. So you're making the little dudes jump in the hole a lot. And, like, you actually have to do it. Like, they won't just jump in the hole, like, if you just sit there passively. You have to make them jump in the hole. And if what they were trying to do, I guess, is it make me experience anger and make me experience frustration, then, like, mission accomplished. But, like, they didn't, I guess, do anything with that anger. They didn't, that anger feels like it didn't serve any other, like, master. Like, I don't feel like I learned anything from feeling that, or that it served any larger purpose. I just think that, like, I think they got me angry on accident because they wanted me to look at their stupid fucking game. And then are so full of themselves that they're not going to, like, call it a game. Like, they're like, oh, no, it's an interactive animation. Like, well, you know what? Like, you calling it interactive animation says some things to me about, like, what you think about video games. Like, that you're looking down on them, that you're positioning yourself in this place outside of judgment, that you're like, all right, like, don't judge me like a video game because I'm not a video game. Oh, but by the way, like, where I position myself, I get to look down on those. And it just, I don't know. Like, I guess what I'm saying is that, like, never have I so completely experienced something and said, like, man, Tegan would fucking hate this. and been like, you know what? So do I. Like,
Tegan would hate this, and she's right.
Yeah, like
this. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, like, man.
Well, I'm glad you experienced that instead of me.
Thanks, Tegan. Yeah, so kids, that's a thing. I don't think there's particularly a category at the end of the year where we would honor the kind of things that kids did to me, because it's not like I went into it with any kind of, like, high expectations. You know, I'd heard some good stuff about it. You know, I had heard this is cool, and now I'm just convinced that the people who told me it was cool probably own a fucking jacket with, like, pads on the elbows. Those kind of fucking people. I've been playing more Plague Tale Innocence.
Uh-huh.
That game's real good.
Is it?
Yep, it's a good video game, guys.
Shoutouts.
Yeah. Man, so, like, the stuff with, man, these fucking rats. These rats are everywhere, guys.
Are they?
Yeah.
Still? Everywhere?
It is a plague.
Yes.
There is a tail.
It's a rat tail.
Yep, yep.
Spoiler alert, it's a rat tail. And it's got plague on it. You're fucked.
Rip.
So I just finished escaping this, like, English camp with my little brother.
Okay. What do you mean English? A English camp?
Well, an English camp. Like, so okay. This is there are English in France. There is an invading afoot. There is war at hand.
Someone's doing a murder.
Yeah, there is a large-scale murder going on.
Gotcha.
And just, you know, stealthing around. And I just continue to really, really enjoy, like, the way that this game presents all of these different, like, areas as, like, discretely separate experiences, which, like, focus on different stuff. Like, I don't feel like any one section of the game, like, repeats or belabors the challenges of earlier sections. In that way, it reminds me a lot of Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons.
Okay.
Where, like, it was a game that, like, focused largely on, like, the movement of two characters and doing a lot of environmental storytelling about the way those two characters move through the space and providing lots and lots of, like, movement puzzles which don't really repeat. Like there was a section in the game where what you're mostly doing is like moving through a battlefield where a battle has occurred and is now like littered with dead corpses, and there are rats all around the corpses, and you're trying to figure out how to safely navigate through the battlefield, because the rats attack in darkness and are pushed away from light, and because of like how many bodies there are everywhere, it's hard to move. Plus, there are these kind of like boggy, swampy things that like slow your movement in some area. And so like moving through this whole like battlefield sequence is like one large puzzle. And there wasn't anything really like that before it, and there hasn't been anything like it since. So I like the way that the game kind of like has these like compartmentalized puzzles, which in a lot of way remind me of Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, which was a Joseph Fares game. And then also the way the game prioritizes like these like very strong, not subtle, like very, very broad emotional beats reminds me a lot of like A Way Out. Like A Way Out was like gonna grab you by the shirt and be like, you're gonna feel things in this game. Whether you're like gonna like a character and root for him to win and live, or whether you're going to think a moment is funny, like A Way Out wanted you to feel stuff. And a Plague Tale Innocence very much would like for you to feel things. And it does a good job of it. Like the emotional storytelling is well executed. It's less, I think, accidentally silly than like A Way Out is, because there's some moments in A Way Out where like it just kind of gets goofy by accident.
Right. Because you got like two kind of bumbling characters and they're doing stuff. Right.
But like the thing where I think the comparison to A Way Out is really in play here is A Way Out. Part of A Way Out's charm was like the absolute sincerity of like every moment. Like it was a very sincere game. As is this. So like I can't recommend this enough. Like I'm absolutely loving it. I'm now at the point in the game where you know how long a game is, and so you're stalling because you don't want it to be over. Yeah. So.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So expect us to talk about this game later this year, and would strongly recommend y'all play it. Man. Gosh, guys, do I have anything else to talk about?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you fucking do. We have to talk about some other good kids, Brian.
So, yes.
Brian, we gotta talk about those good kids, Brian. Brian's watching anime, guys.
Now, why are we talking about this like this has never happened?
Brian's watching an anime, guys! An anime that I recommended him. Usually bring up the fact that you
don't really watch anime. That, like, anime's been, like, you know, unkind to you and unwelcoming. It's a common topic on this show.
Like,
why is your Twitter so toxic, Brian?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with your timeline, dude. You gotta cut some of those people out,
You
dude.
do. They're bad. What the fuck?
Like, I definitely have made forays into the world of anime in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm here to say that, you know, Cowboy Bebop is a good thing.
No one's saying it isn't.
But I have never, ever made a foray into the world of Neon Genesis Evangelion. Never done it. Always heard that I should. I've always been told it's real good. This is exactly your shit, Brian. You're going to watch this and be like, oh. And, like, this is the real good. And I saw how excited people got. When people knew this thing was coming to Netflix in a week, the fucking internet started treating it like it was Christmas.
Yeah.
They're like, I got to get out the good china. Here comes Neon Genesis.
You know how many people watch this in fucking 240p?
Oh my god. In like 3 parts on YouTube?
Yeah, man.
How many people downloaded it from Napster?
Fucking Napster. Jesus.
God damn. Tegan with the deep pull. I thought you were in diapers when Napster was going on.
No, I used to download anime music from Japan on Napster because that was the only way I could get it. I downloaded all of the music from Inuyasha, the whole OST, man.
Fuck. Fucking Inuyasha.
So, like, when it dropped on the 21st, there were immediately a bunch of, like, articles, various media outlets, which seemed to designed to, like, chase people off of watching this show on Netflix. I saw that there was stuff about, like, a pivotal relationship being changed.
Yeah.
And I saw stuff about music, that there were some people who were, like, really, really bent out of shape about music. And then I saw some folks who were, like, really bent out of shape about the dub. And something which I thought was, like, really bizarre was, like, so many of these people who seemed to be bent out of shape about the dub were, like, this dub is awful. However, the old dub was awful, but that was an awful dub I was familiar with.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is going on with you people?
Well, like, no, the idea is that, like, if you're gonna make a new dub, it might as well be good. Like, making a second bad dub seems like a waste of resources.
Yeah. And then I just started seeing stuff on, like, fucking Twitter that like, amounted to no more than just, like, look, if you watch this on Netflix, you're not even trying, and, like, fuck you for watching this. It was very much like the, you're not a real gamer, if you're looking for that kind of energy.
Sure.
You know, I was like, oh, ooh.
Yeah, you got to cut those people out, Brian. They're not productive. They're not doing anything.
Yeah, get them out of there.
Yeah, and I was like, man.
And then I come on your Twitter, I'm like, why the fuck are you letting bitchy people on Twitter determine what you're going to check out? Fuck that.
Yeah. Let's watch your anime.
And I think it's because, like, taking anything which has, like, a very, very nerdy fandom has... Oh. There's the people who want to share it, and the people who are excited about it, and the people who are like, let me show you this thing I love, and let me show you why I love it, and it's really cool, and you're going to enjoy it. And then there's the people who want to fucking gatekeep it. And
yeah, we don't talk to those people.
Yeah, we don't live with those people. We kick them out of our homes. We gatekeep our own homes to keep them out of there.
We curate our homes to keep out the gatekeepers.
And I'm very, very lucky that, like, my video game Twitter is, for the most part, wholesome video game Twitter. There's one piece of video game Twitter I'm thinking about cutting. Just, like, one specific person. Because, like, his fucking Twitter reads like angry old man shouts at cloud. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, if I'm calling you angry old man shouts at cloud, then, like, what are you doing? And, like, my wrestle Twitter is wholesome and inviting, and very much like wrestling is for everyone. However, when I run across anime for some reason on Twitter, it's just like, hey, Brian, this isn't for you. You should stay away. And I definitely had some, like, phases. I had some phases, guys, you know, like, going into, like, this show, because I was like, man, should I just fucking... Should I just stay away? They don't want me there. They don't want me.
No, the fucking creator doesn't want you there. Jesus.
Yeah, that's actually true. Like, the creator, like, actively antagonizes the fan base because people keep jerking off to Rey. And, like, it's like, he's mostly showing up like, dude, she's 14. What the fuck?
Also, like, you didn't like the ending that I gave you that was full of, like, optimism and hope? Fuck you, then! Here's the shitty ending you want! That's not good enough? Guess what? There's gonna be fucking more, because you keep buying this shit! Stop it! I'm tired!
Yeah, that's a lot of how that went, actually.
Oh my god.
So I jumped in.
So much of, like, my own fan base is bullshit, so let me fuck with them. Like, he's admitted in interviews, he's like, I'll say stuff in interviews, and then I'll say stuff in other interviews that contradicts it just to fuck with the fan base. It's so good. God, I love it. He's my favorite.
Yeah, so Brian has come around to the magic of Pen Pen.
Pen Pen! You like Pen Pen? Brian, have you met Pen Pen?
Pen is very good.
Brian, I have to ask you a question.
Sure.
How's Asuka?
Have I met Asuka
You
yet?
met Pam? How far are you in?
No. He's
Oh,
like 3 episodes in.
Six
episodes.
I am
Yeah,
six.
I would think.
Yeah.
She pilots the red robot. She has red hair.
Okay, so as near as I can fucking tell, at this point, there are 2 robot pilots.
Uh-huh.
Okay, he hasn't met Asuka yet.
Okay.
Yeah, there is
Yeah.
Shinji.
Mm-hmm.
Shinji Ikari.
Yeah, and he's fucking great. Like, man, what a great story about adolescence this show is.
Yeah,
Yeah, it really is.
good.
It's a really good show. Oh, she first appears in episode 8. Okay. You're close.
Okay. Yeah.
God, I can't wait.
So, it's like you meet this character Shinji, and he's like, "Hey guys, I'm depressed. I experienced a sense of futility. I'm estranged from my father, and
At least he meets his dad.
True.
and I'm uncomfortable with being horny." And I'm like, Jesus, he is 14. Like
He
He is 14. He's an actual 14-year-old kid.
Yeah.
That's put in a robot and try to save the Earth or whatever.
right? It's like, so what if you took a kid? Then you're like, what's 14 being like? And it's like, well, being 14 is being depressed, having a sense of futility, being estranged from your family, and being uncomfortable with being horny. Now take that and put it in a fucking robot.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Brian, you don't know what the robot is. I'm so excited.
No, he doesn't yet.
Oh, no.
Brian,
we're
this
gonna
is
have
going to be
much
so
fun.
good.
This is gonna be
Please give us
amazing.
weekly updates.
Well, if I keep on burning through this shit at this pace, I think that
Please.
it'll be
done by next week.
Right.
No, Brian, you have to text us. You have to message us once you finish episode 26. It has to be done.
Immediately.
No filter. You just gotta
I
hit
want
us,
it in the
dude.
Discord.
Is that a special? Is that a special
That's
episode?
the last
Like,
episode.
Brian
That's
is
the last
done?
episode, Brian. We want to know as soon as the episode's over.
Yeah, episode 26 is the last episode.
Well,
yeah.
our next. Hey guys, next week, just a reminder, we've got Dave Lang in the house, so that may need to.
Man.
That's fine.
we may need to have an off cycle
That's
episode.
fine, but we
because-
want to know. We want to know in real time.
Yeah.
your
Well, we
reaction.
want to know. Yeah, just talk to us. You can talk to them later, but you gotta talk to
Yeah.
us when it happens.
Yeah. Okay. So Misato. Wow. Okay.
There's gonna be more
There's
wows.
going to be so many more
There's gonna be a lot
wows.
more wows.
She's fucking incredible. She's so good. Like, all right. I don't even know where to start with
I
it.
don't know what Rocky's face is, but I'm really glad that Brian can't see my face.
I feel the same way, actually, but that's cool. We'll get there. We'll get there
Okay, yeah.
together. It's gonna be great. Brian, tell us about Masato.
She's
dude.
good.
Okay, if I were to look, I think my first word that comes to mind with her is fucking powerful. Like she seems to be incredibly for the when it comes to her work, when it comes to her shit that she gets done, there is this she's like, I got this shit on lock. Episode 6. There's this big, stupid fucking floating diamond with a drill on it, right?
Yep.
And I'm sorry that I don't know what its name is supposed to be.
Brian, it barely matters. Come on, tell us your Evangelion
So there's the
experience.
big, fucking, stupid floating diamond with a drill on it. And people are having these conversations about how they're fucked and how quickly the diamond is going to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop. They're like, look, it's doing the thing with the drill. And then she's like, okay, y'all are cowards. Here's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the strat. And they're like, it only has an 8.65% chance of working. And she's like, whatever, fuck off. 8.65%, we're going to make it work. And I don't think that number, I don't think that the dialogue has a specific number to make them seem cavalier or they're not being capricious. They're saying it's an 8.65% chance of working because it is an 8.65% chance of working.
Yeah, this is something that probably shouldn't work. Yeah.
Right. But she is just no. I'm part of the fucking recipe. Like, your math didn't account for me. And I really like the fact that, man, like, that's such a good feeling. Like she's such this like powerful and commanding character. And then like when Shinji is all like fucking mopey and he's like, well, who else you can if you could fucking get to climb in the robot? And she's like, you know what? How about this? Go fuck yourself. Like, just that, just the she's not going to let a 14-year-old kid like, hold her hostage emotionally and pout. And she's like, you know what? Like, we've got other ways of going about this. Like, if you want to fuck off, fuck off. Like, which I guess makes Shinji and Misato reconciling all the better because it's not something that she felt like she had to force herself to do. She's like, we'll find a way forward without you. And so, which means that like them reconciling is better because it's not something she resigned herself to do.
Right.
Also, like, the stuff in the second episode where, like, Shinji, like, first comes to her apartment is all, like, absolutely amazing. Like, that whole sequence is just, like, fucking jaw-dropping. From the moment he walks through the door to the reveal of Pen Pen is top shelf diamond tier amazing. Like, he comes through and the whole apartment is absolutely a fucking mess. Like, it's just a disaster in there. And, like, there's a way that young men put women on pedestals in this, like, unhealthy way.
Right. And this show doesn't let them do that, really.
Right. But the way the show is addressing that, Rocky, is really, really interesting because it is engaging it through the prism of a young man's sexuality. Like, like a 14-year-old guy is going to think that, like, she has this, like, spotless, perfect apartment that reflects her spotless, perfect appearance. Like, the way he's exposed to it, just like, and he's just like, wait, this is your apartment? And when she's like, it's a little messy, and he's like, a little messy? Like, it's one of those things where, you have a character who can't reconcile his assumptions with the evidence that he's presented.
Yeah, you mean like basement dwellers that don't know how boobs work.
Fucking exactly. Like, this is... It is Shinji being forced to understand that, like, people are people. This is how they live, and, like, get people off these fucking pedestals. And it's really, really cool. And then, like, the whole dinner sequence where you, like, getting stories of, like, teenagers who feel out of place or who are, like, in the middle of something, which is makes them feel, isolated or unwelcome, while at the same time going through all of their, like, teenager stuff. Like, that whole dinner sequence, fucking perfect. And then he goes to take a shower. There's a fucking penguin in the shower. And I'm like, I'm in love with this show. Everything about this is fucking perfect.
I'm glad you're watching it, man.
Yeah, the fucking look that penguin gives him. When the penguin's just like, I see your ass. I see it.
Doesn't it? Yeah, then he climbs into, like, the freezer and, like, kicks it with a beer, right?
Yup.
Fuck, I love Pen Pen.
Yeah. There is something going on with Ray. I don't know what's up.
Oh, yes. There are a handful of things going on with Ray, Brian. Brian. Oh, God. Get ready for some reveals, my guy.
Yeah, like, the way she seems to be distant from her own past, I'm like, is she, like, a victim of abuse? Because, like, the way people isolate themselves from abuse, like, I suppose it could be something like that. I can't tell, like, is she either a victim of abuse or is she a fucking robot? Maybe she's a fucking robot.
Maybe she's an abused robot.
I don't know. Maybe she is an abused robot, Tegan. And I also, something else I really, really dig. Oh, God damn it. Fuck, what's his name? God damn it. One of his classmates.
I never remember their names, but...
This is Toji. That's his name, Toji. Who punches Shinji, and he's like, my sister got hurt when you were out there, you know, and then during the attack by the second angel, when his classmates are out there, and yeah, it's Kensuke and Toji, and they see how much this shit just takes that out of him, and Toji's like, I guess I'll be less of a prick to you. And I like that because, like, the way teenagers, like, vacillate so quickly in the extremity of the way they, you know, interact with each other and the way that they, you know, react and treat to each other. Because he goes from, like, punching this guy twice in the face, you know, making his nose bleed, to, like, a few episodes later when Shinji runs away, like, coming to his front door to, like, check on him to make sure if he's okay. Mm-hmm. And it's the reason he does it is because he's seen that Shinji suffers, and that, like, that is the common denominator to the teenage experience. They're like, oh, you suffer like me. We suffer. And, like, that feels like, I mean, obviously I haven't seen the whole thing yet, but it feels like that kind of, like, common denominator as a method of connection might be a theme of this show. Like, we suffer. I love how beautiful the show is. Like, the animation is absolutely fucking gorgeous. Like, it feels very lush. Like, one of the things that, like, has caused me to bounce off of some modern anime whenever I've heard about it is, like, seeing just how spare or minimalist the animation is. But, like, that fight with the second angel, where they're, like, going up and down that hill slope, and they're, like, bouncing into the buildings, and he's getting the fucking, like, big giant robot dagger out. It all looks so fucking cool. Yup. It just, like, looks so rad. And there's this, like, this intense sense of familiarity, even as somebody who's never seen it, because I just realize how much art in the last 20 plus years has cribbed from this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, like, this show is very much like a Rosetta Stone, a nexus point for so much stuff. I'm like, oh my god, like, it is obvious that Guillermo del Toro loves this show because,
oh yeah,
this show's DNA is all over Pacific Rim.
You know who else loves this show? Robin Williams.
Robin Williams did love this show. Man. May he rest in peace.
Cruel Angel's Thesis is a fucking bop. God.
Bruh, no, but, like, one of my favorite, like, I learned all of Cruel Angel's Thesis. I still sing it sometimes.
Thing? What?
Yeah.
Do it at karaoke. Do it!
I might actually, like, I've been inspired since that one video that got circulated where they had that gospel choir sing, like, Cruel Angel's Thesis in, like, Japan.
Oh, yeah.
That was a really good time.
That's a good one.
Well, the important thing is that you can't stop live tweeting it. Brian, you must live tweet whenever you watch Evangelion.
Yeah.
We need to know
Yep. I second this.
So I'm glad I didn't let the internet keep me away.
I'm also glad you didn't let the internet keep you away.
Same.
Yeah, and this is fucking fantastic. This is, like, amazing storytelling. This is good pacing. I like these conversations. The art is fabulous. And also, a very, very solid penguin.
I can't wait for you to eat Asuka.
Oh, guys, do the cicadas mean anything?
Huh?
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay, fair enough. I will take that to mean that they mean something.
I mean, everything in this show means something if you really look at it, Brian.
This show is really dense. There's so much.
Like, every shot is expertly, like, composed, and, oh, it's so good. But also, like, you could just be like, cicadas mean it's summer out, and shrug and leave. Like, it can be whatever you want it to be.
I'm actually really interested in seeing how you progress, like, with some of the characters that you've mentioned, because, like, a lot of them are really, like, well-developed three-dimensional characters.
There was a close-up shot, I think it was in episode 4, where they were just doing, like, this, like an insert shot of just, like, a part of one of the big-ass robots. They're like, just this part, if you look at it from just this angle, looks like a cross.
Yes.
And I'm like, well, show, how you doing? Like,
there's definitely some hardcore Christian, like, imagery in this fucking show, and it is lit.
Oh, yeah, for
Brian.
sure.
Yeah. I don't think I'm ready to call Shinji a Christ figure. I may come back to that later.
Okay.
Yeah. But, like, man, I don't know. Jury is out on, like, this girl who doesn't really know much about her own past.
You got 20 episodes, man.
Okay.
There's some shit that happens, my guy.
You got some time. You got some time on that one.
So I guess that has been your Brian anime update.
God, I'm so glad.
The BAU, if you will.
Of course, like, after I watched 6 episodes, like, I'm like, man, are there other good giant robots out there with teenagers
Yes,
in
there
them?
are so many good
Yes.
robots with teenagers out them, but not all of them are good, and none of them are on the scale of Evangelion.
Yeah, everyone just trying to get back to Eva, but
If
like
you
they
want
can't.
someone who probably remade Ava, you should watch Darling in the Franxx.
True.
Like, wow.
So, like, one of the things that, like, I do want to touch on this a little bit, because I'm not sure if I'm going to get a chance to later. Some of the issues that people have had with, like, the Netflix adaptation stem from, like, not respecting some of the artist's choices. And, like, that's pretty obvious. But, like, some of them were, like, really, like, meaningful. Like, I honestly believe that, like, the end credits of Evangelion was my first interaction with Fly Me to the Moon. That actually was, like, the reason I ended up getting into Sinatra, like, in my teens or whatever, which was weird for its own reasons. But, and, like, Shinji, like, ex Kaoru wasn't, actually, I'm not even sure if Kaoru is in the Ava Netflix edition, because it wasn't in the original.
But he's
like,
he's very much at the end.
Okay. So, like, it was, like, Kaoru was definitely made, like, in one of, like, the rewritings of, like, the show. And it was definitely, like, added a dimension of, like, sense to the character where, like, this, like, raw emotional energy that Shinji tried to put in, like, the women in his life went, like, unrealized. And, like, with Kaoru, like, I guess it was, like, it was definitely, like, a love story for them. And it was nice that they had that kind of, like, resolution. But it's weird to, like, take it back at this point. That's the idea. That, like, they definitely made a choice. And it seemed to be, like, additive and, like, productive in, like, telling the story. And then walking it back for like, the usual reasons is, like, lame. But that's a whole other thing.
Right. The issue with Fly Me to the Moon is trying to get through Japanese musical copyright law. That's the problem. Like, Netflix just could not get the license for that portion because Japanese musical copyright law is an absolute nightmare.
Damn.
Like, while it is disappointing, I also understand the difficulties. But also, like, Netflix, you got money. I know you got it because you got Evangelion. Like, you could, I'm sure.
They paid $100 million for Friends last year.
I'm sure there's enough, like, money in your vault somewhere that you could have bought, like, with enough money, you could get that license, and you just didn't want to.
It sounds to me like this isn't a money issue. It sounds to me because, like, if someone somewhere...
It's a money issue because you gotta hire all the lawyers and pay the translators. And,
I think that, like...
that whole thing.
If you've got somebody who's, like, looking at the situation and goes, that seems like a lot of work. You're like, I'm sure that we have enough money sitting somewhere to make this happen, but... Someone's like, but actually figuring out who we've got to talk to and, you know, whose biscuit we gotta butter. Like, that all seems exhausting. So, how about we just fucking not? You know, like, we'll get most of the way there, and most people will be happy. How much more mileage can we get out of going this much further? Like, I'm not saying that they made the right decision, but I could see how they got where they did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that the kind of the epiphany for me, though, with watching this is that, like, a lot of, like, the conversation around any, like, strongly fan-driven medium is driven around, like, what's going on right now, generally in the media. Like, you can go and find people who are talking about, like, the best games on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Or you can find people who will talk about, like, the amazing matches that were at, you know, like, WrestleMania 7 or something. But what you can't really do if you're just trying to, like, access the mainstream of a fandom is find easily people who are just like, oh shit, like, if you go talk to somebody and you're like, please talk to me about this fandom, they're going to try and bring you into what's going on right now. Which I think generally might not be the best insertion point for people who are looking to jump in and are like, you know, I think I could commit more time to this. I think that, like, people might benefit more from being given that recommended list of games that are a little bit older, or here's some good matches to watch which are a little bit older. Because, like, I'm here to tell you, though, like, Crunchyroll still seems like a pain in the ass. And being handed this, like, thing which is, like, such a big deal, and you're like, okay, this anime is formative, it's influential, it's influenced significant amounts of media well beyond the scope of animation that happens in Japan. Like, this show has touched everything. It's kind of like, I wish someone had tasered me and said, watch this 5 years ago. Or longer. Like, this feels like the kind of shit that I like. When people recommend me anime, this seems to be the kind of shit I want people to do. Like, obviously not every show is this, and not every show is going to be teenagers and a fucking giant robot. But, like, I think that what I want from anime recommendations is, here is the really important and great shit that is going to, like, resonate because of, like, how much good stuff is going on in it. And, like, eventually I will just build a strong enough base of knowledge that I have an ability to go off on my own direction and propelled by my own interest. Like, oh, okay, I know enough now by what I like because I've watched all of this, like, fundamental stuff.
Ugh. The problem with trying to only watch the fundamental stuff is the fundamental stuff doesn't exist anymore because of the current anime cycle. Like, Evangelion is part of the collective anime memory because, at that point, Evangelion was one of the few anime that came over. Same with Cowboy Bebop and, like, that kind of stuff. Yes, there are very good anime. Yes, they're influential in a lot of other things. But because of the current anime cycle, there's so many anime that so many people are talking about at any one time that there isn't really, like, a list of classics anymore.
Yeah, because the defining characteristic of anime at the time was, like, scarcity, not necessarily
quality.
Like.
If you want teens having existential crises in mechs, there's an entire genre for that. It's called mech.
It's called mech. There's about 5 every year.
It's mostly children piloting robots. Like, that's. But if you want, like, complex storytelling, influential art direction, like that kind of stuff, there's going to be more digging to do, and a lot of times you don't realize what has become an important piece of anime literature until years after it's finished airing.
Right. And I guess that's what I'm saying is, like, I don't care if it's years later. I do not need to have a hot take on this year's show where a pickle marries a panda and then they collectively fight back the genetically engineered fashion designing robots. I don't need to have a take on that show. I may eventually want to have a take, but, like, I guess I don't know enough about what I like yet to know that I want to watch the pickle marry the panda.
But you do like Evangelion.
Sure.
So far.
Yeah. Like, you know, like I said, like, I know that their Cowboy Bebop is good, you know.
Well, yeah.
You know,
like
Faye is swell, you know. Like, but I'd like to watch more stuff that, like, makes me just, I want to get knocked on my ass more, which is a big ass, because that's what everybody wants out of art. Kids did not knock me on my ass.
Sure. I mean, I know we've talked about stuff before, and, like, definitely other, like, recommendations. I think the big thing about stuff like Ava is that, like, when someone told you to watch Ava, you couldn't just turn it on Netflix. It's like, yeah, dude, you gotta go to this one website, and you can watch it in parts, or you can watch it in 240p, and it's just like, fuck. Like, and it's still a good show. Like,
could I have just bought a fucking DVD?
I mean, sorta. Like, it wasn't exactly readily available.
It
That's
still
what I'll
hasn't
Okay, was it
been
out of-
readily available. Like,
Was it out of print?
yeah. Basically, originally it only
Mhm.
came on VHSs. Finding the first 2 VHSs was easy, and the last VHS, but finding a third one was near impossible. And then, when the movies came out, they did a re-release on DVD, but it was so prohibitively expensive because of, it was like this big collector's box of like all of them, that it was just like, no one can afford this. And then people were just like, well, I'll just get the movies, because the movies are basically the same thing. And it turned out, no, the movies are a completely different
They're
thing.
not.
And maybe there's actually 33 fucking timelines. Oh my god! Evangelion! Evangelion hurts, but it's good.
It was
And the
a huge
problem
mess.
is, like, it's popular. People who buy Evangelion stuff buy all the Evangelion stuff. There are always licensing deals with Evangelion stuff going on. There's glasses and t-shirts and cups and music systems and car manufacturers and fashion lines and, like, do you want it in Evangelion? You can get it in Evangelion. And because of that, like,
yeah.
they can charge whatever they want because people will pay for it. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Well, I will keep you guys posted.
Please do.
True.
Who knows? Maybe we'll have a bonus brief episode called Brian Finished This Fucking Show.
Could we have a bonus brief episode called Let's Do the News? Oh shit!
Damn,
Sorry,
Rocky.
I'm looking at the runtime right now. Like, I'm just tripping out.
I'm just saying that we had a bunch of quality banter.
Yeah, no, we definitely did. That is a thing that happened.
There was no low quality banter to be had.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying that we all stood in front of that waffle maker for 20 minutes.
Hey, dude, I was there, dude. I was in the continental breakfast with you, man.
All right. Let's hit that fucking news. Would you guys like to discuss Randy
No,
Pitchford?
I don't want to talk about Randy. What'd he do?
So there's a new Borderlands 2 DLC, which sounds weird for a game which is several years old, but so Gearbox put out a Borderlands 2 DLC in order to, like, build hype and interest for Borderlands 3. It is 100% free, and it's like 8 hours long. It's pretty substantial. And it's designed to set up all the plot and stuff for Borderlands 3. Except for one mission. There's a mission in the new Borderlands 2 DLC, which seems to be designed for Randy Pitchford to dunk on former Gearbox employee David Eddings, the guy who used to be the voice for Claptrap. There's a mission called Claptocurrency, in which Claptrap is attempting to illegally earn more cryptocurrency, and he betrays a bunch of people and is real shitty. And when Claptrap's plan falls apart, he says that he has to go crawling back to his former employer and beg for his old job. So
Gross.
Randy Pitchford put a mission in this game to dunk on an employee who left Gearbox and then refused to record voice dialogue for Borderlands 3 for free. Because they did reach out to David Eddings and said, like, hey, will you come in and do the voice work for Claptrap for free? And he said, no. If you want me to come in and do Claptrap, you know, you're going to need to pay me. And at which point they then just got a different Gearbox employee to do the voice of Claptrap. So this is a mission designed entirely to dunk on a former employee.
That's
lame.
shitty.
What kind of man-child? Like, this fucking guy. This is apparently not the first time he's done this. I did not realize that in a previous Borderlands product, there was a mission where this was when, like, Gearbox was in the throes of its fight with Valve. There's a sequence with a bunch of, like, you have to, like, journey into, like, a valve, a place which is, like, littered with valves, and all the valves are twisted open to emit noxious gas that no one will hate, that no one likes, like, and what a man-child. What a man-child. Like, using this thing as, like, an opportunity to, like, make fun of your former employees or to make fun of business rivals just seems like an absolute terrible, shitty thing.
It is a terrible, shitty thing.
Yeah. I think about the contrast between this and there's been a lot of writing this week around something that was published on the Microsoft blog, which kind of serves as like a total contrast, which was Microsoft operates a blog where employees at different levels are able to, like, write about something that they see as important. And it's not something which is, you know, really exists on the radar for a lot of the gaming press because, like, it is a general Microsoft blog where people from, like, all of Microsoft's divisions have the ability to write stuff. And Phil Spencer wrote something on it, which was, like, this, like, charge about the importance of, like, safety and inclusivity and, like, the larger calls to greatness that, like, gaming has both as a community and an art form, and, like, why people need to make sure that gaming is as inclusive as possible. And there's not a single thing in there that is like, hey guys, and you should buy fucking Halo. Like, the entire essay is about, like, gaming's larger, greater purpose and safety across, like, the entire industry. And, like, making resources available to their competitors to make their spaces safer. And then I think about somebody like Randy Pitchford, who's like, gaming is my place to be miserable, small, and petty. And I'm wondering if there's any possible way somebody can fly Randy Pitchford to the moon. Please.
I'm pretty sure Elon Musk could help out with that.
Oh, fucking Christ. Like, did you guys... You saw those pictures of them together, right?
No.
No.
That's not
What?
where I live.
I thought...
I don't live
That's
in
not
that
where I
space,
live.
Brian.
Okay. Then...
Don't share it with me. I don't want it in my home, please.
It's enough that we know.
All right,
Randy
so...
Pitchford and Elon Musk are friends, which I guess, whatever.
Yeah.
Assholes attract other assholes.
I mean, it's not as bad as, like, Todd Howard and Elon Musk together, which is a thing that happened at E3 this year. But yeah, like there was a point when Elon Musk was like tweeting about flamethrowers, Randy Pitchford was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna put a flamethrower in the new Borderlands game, and it's gonna be like named after you, Elon." At which point there were like pictures of them together, and I'm just like, man, there's something about the way these people operate that just draw them to one another. It's just so terrible. Well, Tegan, do you have anything less terrible?
It depends on what you mean by terrible.
What you got?
So, Magic Leap, one of those startups who's working into augmented, like, mixed reality stuff,
Right.
is filed a court claim that Chi Zhu, who left their company in 2016, exploited their confidential information to quickly develop a prototype of lightweight, ergonomically designed mixed reality glasses for use with smartphones and other stuff that's basically their designs. So they're saying that Zhu plotted during his 13 months working there to launch his own company in China and basically, like, got, like, tons of proprietary information instead of doing, like, his real, like, actual job there. And then when he left, he immediately went back to China and they developed a whole headset, and it's really, 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 really close to what they were working on. But they did it in 2 years instead of, the many years and millions of dollars that Magic Leap has spent on their design. So, thieving. But yeah.
It's actually kind of a lot.
Man, so are we going to continue to have incredibly high profile, very expensive, like, mixed reality lawsuits?
Probably.
Almost definitely, yeah.
Because I'm just thinking back to ZeniMax v. Oculus. The story of when Todd Howard fought Facebook, claiming that, like, fucking John Carmack stole trade secrets.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, that lawsuit went on for, like, 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, I mean, one thing I kind of wonder is, like, with so few, like, really well-funded companies in the VR space, it feels like if you want to keep on working in VR and you have experience in VR, that there's probably not a whole bunch of places you can go to, like, if you leave one. Like, if you're like, I want to continue working at enterprise-level VR, like, where do you go if you leave a VR platform?
I mean, if you're going from, like, a startup, you could always go to, like, an established company. Like, Facebook, Google, and Apple all have departments researching mixed reality. So...
Well, like, now. I'm not sure if they did in 2016.
I think they did in 2016. I mean, and considering that this stuff is all about, like, people trying to get the jump on each other, I just wonder, like, how many of these, like, man, the way ZeniMax v. Oculus played out was that the jury eventually decided that while there had been an NDA violated, that no trade secrets had actually been stolen. And I just wonder, like, how much of VR tech leads people to go, like, that looks like our thing, because, like, ultimately VR tech that works looks like VR tech that works.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if that will lead to like a higher than usual number of lawsuits.
Well, yeah, but like the courts will like get better at determining like organic discovery.
Yeah. This feels like this is the kind of thing where like the law does not have a lot of experience yet at looking at VR tech.
It's a brave new world.
Yeah, man.
I mean, this also, at least to me, doesn't feel like organic discovery. You know?
Yeah, definitely feels a little
so fast, and like that's not a lot. They haven't spent nearly the amount of money on it either. Like, as much as time is money, like there's no way.
Yeah, definitely less money, and what was it, like 2 years as opposed to like the 7 that magically put together.
I mean, ZeniMax is also suing Samsung, and like that's, I believe, still ongoing. Over Gear VR. Man. So possibly more VR lawsuit news on this show?
Yeah. that seems to be a staple.
Yeah. VR lawsuits, Randy Pitchford being stupid, labor in gaming. These are our hallmarks. Rocky, what you got?
So Time magazine put out an article talking a bit about crunch and workplace conditions in the video game industry. And Bernie Sanders, presidential hopeful for 2020, tweeted out in support, because since tweets are news now, thanks to our president, we're going to talk a little bit about this, where Bernie Sanders shouted out unions like Game Workers Unite and the IATSE, saying that people who work in the gaming industry deserve the protections of a union. And I don't know, it's kind of a big deal because like we discussed a bit earlier a couple months ago, the ESA has run a study and they found that most gamers are actually adults. Like the average age is like 35, and I think a little more than half of them, maybe 60% of them, plan to vote in the next election, which means that Bernie Sanders might be taking a shot at the gamer vote. And while some people may argue that they're just talking to the base, the Bernie bros, if you will, I think that base, rather the gamer vote, might be a bit bigger than a lot of people are realizing. And I think it's interesting that Bernie is like stepping into this conversation at this point, and maybe it becomes a debate question at some point. I don't know. What do you guys think about it?
I think that the prospect of people talking about like labor conditions in the game industry as a debate question sounds like the kind of thing that would turn into a fantastic gotcha question that people talk about for 3 days in a media cycle.
Fair enough.
Because I could just see, and I'm not sure, like, see here, current Democratic announced hopefuls.
That's like 20 of them
there's
now,
a lot.
All right, show me these fucking nerds. All right, who we got? I could see somebody on this list.
Buttigieg would fuck that up. He would definitely say some dumb shit in response to that question. He wouldn't even know it happened.
I could totally see somebody being like, "Why are we talking about video games?"
Ooh, Cory Booker would fuck this up too. Actually, specifically, I assume Elizabeth Warren already has a plan about it. I don't know what it is, but it just sounds like something she would say. I don't know how Kamala Harris would respond to it. Maybe she'd surprise me. Who knows? But I think it'd be interesting if it like becomes a point that like gains some sort of momentum, where like this actually moves poll numbers somehow. It probably won't, to be honest. But if it does, that'd be interesting. That's all I'm saying.
I think that like unprotected industries and the labor conditions in unprotected industries writ large is definitely going to be an important 2020 topic. I think that the way to focus in and make it a thing which is going to have more teeth in a larger political conversation is like, yeah, talking about the video game industry will get the gamer vote. But you want to get more people interested and you want to make those people stay interested. Let's talk about specifically the abuse of contracted labor. Like, including that contracted labor in the video game industry.
Yeah.
But like, also like all those people out there driving Ubers who take people to the wrong destination because their Uber mandated GPS gave them bad directions, and then Uber tells them, well, the only way you can refund that customer is out of your share of the ride. You know, that kind of thing. Like, that's absolutely fucked.
Yeah.
Or contract employees at Facebook who were literally just offered to get paid in Facebook's new hokey cryptocurrency.
Oh yeah, Libra.
Yep. like we're here in 2019 actually offering people company script. Like, we are back to company script that can be spent at the company store. Like, Jesus Christ.
I don't think Walmart does that.
It's all tech companies. Like, you know, Uber may be your ass sitting in a car, but it's a tech company. You know, Facebook, it's a tech company. Like, these are all like the abuses, like that. Like, come for big tech. Tell me you're coming for big tech, and I will find it provocative, interesting, and I will subscribe to your newsletter.
Wait, did Buttigieg say something about big tech?
Probably something dumb.
I know Warren has a plan to break up big tech. I feel like there was someone else, though. I don't know why I'm spacing on this. Well, I do know why, because there's like 20 of them. But like, still. Damn it. Whatever. I'll look into it later. Bren, what's going on with EA? What'd they do?
What did they do?
Oh, well. So EA saw how much coverage we have had this year on Randy Pitchford and Elon Musk and said, would you mind holding our tea, sir? Watch this movie.
Why are we holding tea? Are we getting ready to spill it? Is that why we gotta spill the tea?
No, the reason we're holding tea, Tegan, is because the dumb thing that EA did, they did in the United Kingdom.
With the Brexit people? God damn it.
So, EA had a goon testifying before the House of Commons. Kerry Hopkins, Vice President of Legal and Government Affairs.
Really? That guy? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
And first of all, Rocky, Kerry Hopkins identifies as a woman and also as a fucking blood-sucking bridge troll. Because she had this to say. I got to summon the energy.
All right. Take your time.
Yeah, take your
We're
time.
ready when you're ready.
People like surprises. We think we've implemented these kind of mechanics in quite ethical and quite fun. They aren't gambling, and we disagree that there's evidence that they show that they lead to gambling. So, EA has now, before Parliament, invoked the phrase to describe loot boxes. They are not loot boxes. They are surprise mechanics. Rocky?
Yeah.
If I stand in front of your apartment in a trench coat and I knock on your door, and when you open your door, I open my trench coat to reveal nothing but my naked body, that is not my dong there. Those are surprise mechanics.
I'm pretty sure that's
If it's
crime.
those are surprise mechanics, I have some medical questions that involve why you have multiple dongs.
Hey, some people. There was that dude. He did an AMA on it.
Yeah,
that guy was actually pretty cool.
There was Two Dick Reddit Man.
Yeah, Double Dick Dude. Double Dick Dude. That was his actual Reddit name. He's a cool guy. He's in a polyamorous thing. He does have a medical condition. It takes some pretty there's some maintenance involved.
I can only imagine.
All right, yeah. So
but yeah, surprise mechanics is bullshit. Yeah. I hope they get kicked out of Britain, to be honest.
Because the UK Parliament is currently looking into legislation around loot boxes, and Hopkins compared loot boxes to Kinder eggs, which I actually think is pretty fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
considering that Kinder eggs were until very, very recently illegal in the United States because the United States decided that people would choke on Kinder eggs and that they were dangerous.
Mm.
So, going to another country and be like, yeah, they're like Kinder eggs, seems funny to me because for a long time you could even buy a Kinder egg in the U.S. because our government decided that those surprise mechanics were dangerous. Man, this makes me come back to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, because with a straight face a couple weeks ago
they said there were no microtransactions,
but we also now know that inside of their company language they're no longer calling these things loot boxes. So I have to ask, hey EA, you said there are no loot boxes in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Are there any surprise mechanics?
Oh man, I'm actually pretty amused that Carrie took a moment to describe loot boxes as quite ethical and quite fun. Because that particular combination, if something's ethical, we don't need it to be fun. The fun is important to them because it's like a game or whatever, but they're definitely trying to combo ethical and fun because even if it's less ethical, it's still fun. And that's what matters to them, but that's not what should matter to the House of Commons.
I mean, also, blind bags give you a prize at the end that's a physical item that you can, sell if you want, and you cannot sell digital loot boxes.
Also, I think that when we talk about, the Kinder Egg, and Carrie, you invited this comparison. When you talk about the Kinder Egg, the scale of the kind of thing that you find in a Kinder Egg is consistent really across all Kinder Eggs. You're going to find the same kind of little plastic doodads, different plastic doodads, but the same kind of plastic doodads inside of all Kinder Eggs. Now, Rocky, what if I told you this? There are 100 Kinder Eggs in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And inside of, we're going to say 29 of them are plastic doodads.
Sure.
Inside of one of those Kinder Eggs is literally a 40-carat uncut diamond.
Oh, fuck. All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And in the remaining 70 is literally a piece of dog shit. Now, how do you feel about them Kinder Eggs?
I don't like them that much. I mean, there's a diamond in there somewhere. Can I just turn up the heat in the room and just let them all melt?
No,
and then walk
Rocky,
on my
you're
diamond?
going to just need to buy those Kinder Eggs and just keep on hoping that you get the one with the diamond in it. There's only one with the diamond.
Oh, that's actually one thing I do want to touch on with Kinder Eggs. So Kinder Eggs, you obviously have to buy them in a store, or I guess you could buy them online potentially.
Yeah.
But the idea is that you're gonna buy a chunk of Kinder Eggs at once, and then whether you buy them immediately, there's usually a limited supply that you can buy in that particular store. And I guess technically you could keep buying them and putting them in your hands, but there's a difference in time between you finding out what's inside the thing and are you paying for it and you finding out what's inside the thing? But, like, with loot boxes, like, it's super immediate. Immediate in a way that, like, Kinder Eggs and Hatchimals can't really compare to. Because even if you buy all the Kinder Eggs in a particular store, if you buy, like, 100 of them, then, like, you bought the 100 Kinder Eggs and got whatever you could out of there, and then they could sit there and say, there's no more Kinder Eggs, or, like, you gotta wait till next week to buy more, or whatever the fuck. Or if you buy them online, like, you can buy them and then you have to wait for them to, like, arrive at your home and then you can open them. And then I guess you could presumably order more. Mm-hmm. But, like, that difference in time is, like, crucial because it allows your brain to, like, react to it. And, like, that's one of the things that they do in China where, like, there's, like, a limit of, like, what microtransactions you can make in, like, a week or, like, a day or whatever. And, like, EA is just like, oh, you want to keep paying Ultimate for stuff? Sure. Like, this guy is this guy. This guy is this guy. This guy is this guy. And, like, if you just keep pressing the button, like, hours can go by. And, like, nothing's going to stop you from throwing, like, $1,000 at fucking Ultimate in an hour. Like, there's no controls. And, like, and it's designed to, like, trick your brain into just keep going. And, like, that's bullshit. Like, it's not comparable. It's disingenuous at best.
The way that you interact with, like, say, a Kinder Egg or even a pack of baseball cards is different than the way you interact with the pull of a slot machine. Because the pull of a slot machine only has its result to offer. Like, that is it. Like, what happened? But a pack of baseball cards or a chocolate egg with a surprise inside have more than the experience of opening them to offer. And that's where I think this comparison gets disingenuous. Like, Rocky, are you inclined at all, back to our Kinder Egg analogy, do you want to collect all 70 pieces of dog shit that I have to offer? Okay.
I'm not interested in that at all, actually.
Okay. But if I told you there were 100 chocolate eggs that each had a different small plastic Pokemon inside, you know, like just something like worth about 75 cents a dollar, would you be interested in those?
That could be cool.
Yeah. So even if they themselves aren't worth much themselves, the act of collecting them provides emotional satisfaction.
But because they are physical items, other people who get duplicates of them could post them online on the internet, and I could enhance my collection without actually having to spend money on the Kinder Eggs. And I would have the
like you could have a secondary market.
And I would have the physical satisfaction of owning all of the things.
But with loot boxes, when you get the same thing, like, you just have the same thing, and it's not additive at all to your collection, and you can't reinvest that effort or try to recoup that loss. It's just, like, something useless that you can never use.
So, Brian, do you have more Randy Pitchford fucking news?
No, I think Rocky
does.
What? No, I'm not talking about Randy Pitchford. Like, fuck that. Brian, tell us about Randy Pitchford.
All right. If you're just joining us.
If you're just joining us and you missed our first Randy Pitchford story today.
Like.
God, I hate this man.
Why is
Like, I hate a lot of men, but this man I think I hate the most.
Guys, like, at this point, like, is there really any fucking doubt for, like, when we get to our end of year categories about shit heels?
It's just gonna be Randy Pitchford Presents, this fucking category about shit heels. Oh, by the way,
no, guys,
I forgot,
it's already...
I have a bag watch update. We can do that later.
Okay. No, it's Elon Musk Presents Dumb as Shit, and the show is Elon Musk handing the title to Randy Pitchford.
Gotcha.
That's what's happening. Cool. They're already friends. They've been putting together. It's been in the making, apparently. Brian has spotted them hanging out, and, like, they definitely talked it over.
And then I suppose, like, because the thing is that, like, I see Randy Pitchford dominating in both unethical business practices and dumb as shit. It's like, he's amazing. He's like the fucking Bo Jackson of idiocy. He's like, he's out here being like, look, you want evil? I got evil. You want dumb? I got dumb. I'm going to dominate both of your end-of-the-year trash categories. Like, because the shit he does, which is just dumb, like insisting that squirting is magic, is fucking stupid. It's not dangerous. It's just fucking stupid.
It's stupid, yeah.
But there's also shit he does which is just straight up evil. He's dumb and evil, Rocky. Tegan, he's the fucking
He is the worst. I'm not saying he's not the worst. I agree with you. It's garbage.
Right. Okay. So, if you're just joining us, Randy Pitchford, professional Dracula, his ass got seen this week. So there was a lawsuit that was filed in the first week of the year by Wade Callender, a guy who used to be corporate counsel at Gearbox. This lawsuit that got filed in the first week of January was a result of a December lawsuit where Randy Pitchford sued Wade Callender for, I shit you not, claiming that Callender stole money to buy a house, to buy guns, and to get sick abs. That is still one of my favorite parts of that story. Saying that, like, Callender stole money to get sick abs. So Callender countersued, and Callender's counter lawsuit is when we started to get into stuff about, like, leaving a USB thumb drive in medieval times, full of pornography, and, you know, Callender said it was child porn, and Randy Pitchford said, no, it's not child porn. It's a girl squirting on a webcam site because I think squirting is magic. And that was also when we got, like, Callender accusing Randy Pitchford of embezzling $12 million from Gearbox. Well, everybody, so documents just got made public from a June 12th filing. And these, in Callender's lawsuit. And the documents that are in the filing, it's like a pretty heavy doc dump. You can go view it online. It's like long, 76 pages. And this doc dump includes contracts and directions related to contracts, which show that in the contract for Borderlands 3 between Gearbox and 2K, because Gearbox does not self-publish Borderlands, 2K publishes Borderlands, there is a clause called bonus for satisfaction of dedicated executive requirements. And that clause says that the developer, Gearbox, is that, and this is the important part, and this is the part where it gets weird, that Gearbox is eligible for a $15 million recoupable bonus for two particular executives remaining with Gearbox for the entire time Borderlands 3 is in development, and them spending at least 30 hours a week on working on the game. So was $12 million for Pitchford being on the game, and $3 million for Stephen Ball being on the game. And there were benchmarks that were to be met in order to satisfy this recoupable bonus. And again, what's important is the recoupable bonus is paid to Gearbox, not to Randy Pitchford. In Callender's original complaint, he alleged the misappropriation of the funds, and in his most recent amended petition, he presented this amendment, and then the communication between 2K and Pitchford, between 2K and Pitchford, which directs that $12 million of it, the part which is relevant to the performance of Pitchford, be directed to Randy Pitchford's company, Pitchford Entertainment Media, his magic company, Pitchford Entertainment Media and Magic. So the $12 million, so 12 of the $15 million recoupable bonus was directed to be paid to a company which was not Gearbox. So the part which is important here is that Randy Pitchford owns 49% of Gearbox, but he has 51% of the voting shares. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, so he owns 49% of Gearbox, but he has 51% of the voting shares. So what's important is that Randy Pitchford is not Gearbox, if that makes sense. Randy Pitchford is the owner and operator of Pitchford Entertainment and Magic, which is a company that he is the 100% owner of and has 100% of the operation of. So Pitchford directed 2K to pay the $12 million to his private company and not to Gearbox. The bonus is payable to Gearbox for Pitchford's participation throughout the entire life cycle of Borderlands 3. It is not a bonus which is individually payable to the two relevant executives. Like, it isn't like, here is a $12 million bonus for Randy Pitchford and a $3 million bonus for Stephen Ball. It is a $15 million cumulative recoupable bonus based on the continued employment of those two executives throughout the life cycle of the game. Now, once the money enters the custody of Gearbox, Gearbox as a company can then decide what to do with it. But Gearbox as a company has a responsibility to its owners to make sure that, like, whatever debts the company has to pay are satisfied before it then starts, like, parting out whatever is left of this $15 million. So Pitchford has now been exposed in these documents as bypassing Gearbox altogether with this money. This money never entered the custody of Gearbox, and just taking it and planting the money with his own private fucking magic company. So Randy Pitchford embezzled $12 million. He stole $12 million from his own fucking company.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, like, I suppose if you're going to dunk on your former lawyer and try and start a fight with your former lawyer, maybe you shouldn't be doing that shit if there are a bunch of bodies that have been buried and he knows where those bodies are. Like,
I mean, like, that's practical.
Randy Pitchford is not practical.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Like, and the thing is that we had a story earlier today about how Randy Pitchford is vindictive, petty, and shitty to his former employees. That, like, when people leave his employ, he gets weird about it and acts the way rich people do when they can't control a thing. You know, like, so I'm not sure there was ever any, you know, land to stand on with this whole, like, Pitchford suing Wade Callender thing, being like, oh, Wade Callender stole money to get sick abs.
That's right, six-pack abs.
Yeah, the six-pack abs. So, but Callender's going to know, because Callender had to, like, you know, sign off on these things that, like, you're directing him to, and, like, I want to know about Callender leaving Gearbox. I want to know if the thing that, like, drove Callender out of Gearbox was stuff like the question of who is Callender the attorney of? You know, like, was Callender Gearbox's attorney, or was Callender Randy Pitchford's attorney? Because there's a difference. And was he representing both? And did he have a conflict of interest with himself?
Mm.
You know, because if Callender was like, say, Pitchford's attorney and Gearbox's attorney, and Randy Pitchford is like, hey, can you come look over and help set up these documents to help me fucking embezzle $12 million? Oh my God. This fucking animal. I'm just amazed. I'm consistently amazed that we live in a universe where the resources are available to allow for the continued existence and thriving of Randy Pitchford.
I'm just more amazed that we know about it. Like, as goofy and, like, audacious Randy Pitchford actually is, I'm not really surprised by his existence. I'm more surprised that information is accessible. Which is a whole other thing that I think is really important, and I hope it continues into the future so that we can do stuff about things and people like Randy Pitchford.
Man. Does the fact that like Wade Callender was able to produce documents to substantiate his accusations of theft, like the fact that he was able to be like, oh yeah, and then just like present the docs in this discovery document. Oh, even better. I'm sorry, I just distracted myself. Even fucking better. Pitchford's attorneys filed a motion to enforce a protective order around these documents.
And it just didn't work.
Yup. And the motion was denied because it was pointed out that these documents were not part of initial discovery and therefore could not be included in the initial protective order. So, Tegan, that's a deep sigh. Tell me about it.
Stupid.
It is stupid.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Why is it people with money are
like,
dumb?
Like, he gets caught stealing, and he's like, oh shit! And he tries to, like, turn off the public availability of this knowledge.
Why? Why is he stupid? I don't understand. How does this happen?
Well, like, I mean, like, there was definitely a period of time where you could literally just shoot the messenger and no one would know about it. But, like,
bro,
the messenger's way too fast now. We can't do that anymore.
But bro, everybody's saving receipts. Trust nobody, not even yourself. Save your own receipts. Like, Jesus.
I want to know what dirt that Randy Pitchford had on Wade Callender that isn't working anymore. Because, like, that has to be why, like, most of this played out at some point. Like, I don't think Wade and, like, Pitchford were just boys, and then Wade just turned on him one day. I think, like, Pitchford was, like, controlling him somehow, and now, like, he can't control him that way anymore. I want to know what that was.
All right. You know that part? Like, did you guys see it? Did you guys see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tegan doesn't watch horror movies.
Okay.
Ugh.
Rocky, you know the part where they're all down there and, like, the kids all figure out that, like, if they're not scared of Pennywise,
they can, like, just roast him? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just picturing that playing out between, like, Wade Callender and Randy Pitchford.
Is Randy Pitchford doing that dumbass, like, kicking dance?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
I just want some more, like, or like in the Neverending Story, when, like, addressing the nothing, and it's like, you have no power over me. Just fucking perfect. Chef's kiss. Like, Randy Pitchford is Freddy Krueger, everyone.
That's a gif in the making, dude.
Oh my god. In fact, alright. Here's your homework, listeners to Impossible Coins. Impossible Coins. Impossible Coin, you have 2 possible Photoshop contests this week. Photoshop Contest 1. Randy Pitchford as Freddy Krueger. Photoshop Contest 2. Give us the cover of various EA video games and put like one of those like little bursts on them, you know, like as a like sales thing.
Like New Funky Mode, but like ethical and fun.
That's it. You got it, Rocky. I want the ethical and fun like Funky Mode box on the cover of EA games. That and Randy Pitchford as Freddy Krueger. Give us your best. Winner gets something. To be determined.
In the future.
Yeah, no, we actually, now that we have shit to mail, which is good, we will mail you some shit. Damn. Tegan, do you have any stories which are not about millionaires being dumb assholes?
No, I have another story about a millionaire being a dumb asshole. Yay!
I think this one's technically a story about a billionaire being a dumb asshole.
A billion is just like a bunch of millions together, so we're still good, I think. We don't respect them! They have too much money! So like, you know Elon Musk? You know that dude, right? You know that guy?
Yep.
He's like the Tesla CEO and stuff, you know? Like...
Yep.
Yeah, he's Randy Pitchford's friend.
Remember how, like, last year he used an image of a unicorn farting into an electrical car as an icon of the Tesla operating system and, like, didn't ask the artist if it was cool first? And then, like, they had to settle it out of court? Yeah, so, like, and then... So then he did this thing where he retweeted some fan art of 2B from Nier Automata. And, he basically reposted the art, and he didn't credit the artist, and when some of his 27 million followers on Twitter were like, hey, asshole, you should credit the artist, that's important, he replied with, several dismissive tweets, including one that said, quote, no one should be credited for anything ever. And then he went on to say, I wish people would stop crediting artists on Twitter when any fool can find out who the artist was in seconds. It's destroying the medium. And now, you know, all the tweets have been deleted. The original artist was, no, I'm gonna say this wrong, Melee Magali. She did a beautiful picture. I retweeted it from her Twitter if you wanted to see it. It's good. And then he tweeted... So he, like, deleted all that stuff, and then he tweeted that, he had deleted his Twitter account and changed his user picture to, like, a solid black circle.
Yeah, what a baby.
I'm gonna delete Twitter, Mom. And it's just like,
So, alright, so when he did that, I don't know how he had the time to do this or how ready he was for the moment, but when Elon Musk, like a baby, said, I've deleted my Twitter and changed his picture to a black circle, literally the first comment on this tweet, and I wish I had saved it, was professional wrestler Matt Hardy, who one of his gimmicks is the deleter of worlds, who runs around saying delete. And Matt Hardy, when doing this character, responds to things dismissively by going, wonderful! And so Matt Hardy replied to this tweet of Elon Musk's by saying, wonderful, delete, because he runs around saying he's going to delete people, which then led to a whole flood of wrestling nerds on Elon Musk's Twitter shouting delete at him.
Yes.
And so I would like to thank video games and wrestling for attacking Elon Musk this week.
Fuck yes.
Is there any possible way fucking anime can
Anime
participate?
already participated by shouting, credit the artist, you fuck! That's like
that's
anime's number one thing, is like, hey, you need to credit your fan artist because they're making you free shit.
Like, if wrestling and video games were like the Army and the Air Force, like, anime was like the Navy SEAL and the Marines this week.
Yeah, they snuck in first.
They
We're like, hey,
there.
here's the artist. We know because we follow her for other anime shit. And then video games came in and was like, hey, yeah, you should credit the artist. You fuck. Garbage.
So, thank you, Internet. We don't often get to thank the internet.
Thanks, internet.
Thank you, internet.
Wow,
Oh,
what a garbage man. What a garbage man and a garbage can't.
Oh, man.
I'm just so glad that he got sent to detention. Like,
detention. Internet detention for crimes.
Yep.
For crimes!
That's what he gets.
What a garbage man. I hate it.
Your current Musk watch is that he has now changed his picture to that of a stuffed monkey holding a bottle of Bombay
So he
Sapphire.
hasn't actually deleted his Twitter. Of course he hasn't deleted his Twitter.
Because he didn't delete his fucking
God.
Twitter. Yeah.
Oh, garbage. Literal garbage.
Yep. What a fucking joke person. Oh. So speaking of fucking jokes, is it that time?
Yes, but it is time for what came out of Steam on Steam today, but in relation to garbage jokes, I do have a Bagwatch update for Bagwatch 2019.
I think it's 2018
2018
to
to 2019 Bagwatch. We got our bag.
Ooh, they made it home,
We got
boys.
our bag. We opened it up. It smells like vinegar. That's okay. That happens a lot when you order stuff from China. So, at least we know where they were produced. But it is, other than smelling like vinegar, a remarkably nice bag with one pocket in the front. To put your certificate of authenticity card in or whatever. Much better than the nylon bag they sent us. So, cool.
And you get to keep the nylon bag, don't you?
I do get to keep the nylon bag, yeah.
See, now it's even better than the collector's edition.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No.
You got a bad video game. You got 500 free atoms. You got a canvas bag. You got a nylon bag. And the privilege of seeing Todd Howard uncomfortable on stage.
And I got a cool helmet. I got a cool helmet that has a voice changer in it. And a light. Although, they're now selling, a Nuka-Cola colored version of the helmet separate. So they just took the helmet mold and then changed the coloring on it. But it's still, $175. So, oh well.
Jesus.
I did make it out, a little ahead, but building the rest of this power armor suit is going to be expensive. But we're working on it. So yeah, anyway, now it's time for what came out of Steam today, which I hope is garbage. Is it more garbage? Is there 30 kinds of garbage for 89 cents? Are any of the things worth 69 cents?
We have no
Damn
69
it!
cent
If you're
garbage
building
today.
a sex game, make it worth 69 cents, please.
That sounds like one of those things where it's the puzzles with only 6 pieces that are make this anime girl then jack off puzzles. So let's see here. What do we have today? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because it went up over the course of the show. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 11 games on Steam today.
That's it. Only
All right.
11. No more games. We deleted all the rest of the games. There are only 11 games on Steam today.
Video games
are canceled. You got 11. That's it.
Our first exciting Steam game today, coming in at $1.99, is Sudoku 9 Cross 16 Cross 25.
So giant Sudoku?
This game has 3 sets of levels. 120 levels of 9 by 9s, 60 levels of 16 by 16, and 30 levels of 25 by 25. Contains 3 levels of difficulty: easy, middle, and hard.
Alright.
Yup. It sure is Sudoku. This is the only game that developers put out. And I guess that's that. Nothing weird about the specs either. The next game appears to be a MMO that does not support English. Let's find out what the title is. Hit me, Google Translate. Tenryu Sora Baran Su Koka Shinsho Ban?
Oh god, please post that one in the chat so I can read it for you.
Is that Japanese or Chinese?
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I just fucked up my Google Translate. I was like, detect language, and I was having it translate to Japanese.
Amazing.
Oh, good job, Brian.
10 out of 10.
Alright, so the title of the game is Yulong in the Sky, Balanced National War Version. Yep. It looks a lot like WoW, but then again, at some level, many games look like WoW.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Monsters for $2.99. Follow the story of a Fomorian bunny, a creature that gets banished to Earth and has to adapt to Earth and its lifestyle. Key features: a horribly written adventure game. You can kill any of the characters. Multiple endings depending on the choices you make. Shitty hand-drawn visuals. Things to know before buying. Game won't display dialogue if it's in full screen. Game is about 2 hours long.
Oh. Okay.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Horribly written, shitty visuals in the actual bullet points.
Hey, they know what they're selling.
Oh wow, they've got some small print here on the page. Created and distributed by VTC. Any attempt to resell, monetize, or redistribute this product is strictly forbidden. The player is allowed to use any of my work for non-commercial purposes, such as mass media videos, skits, and so on, with the condition to credit the author. This does not apply to corporations. You are not obliged to mention any of the changes that you have made. If the player or corporation wants to use my work for commercial purposes, they will have to contact me. My email address can be found in the credit section of the game or on the contact support page.
That just sounds like the law, right?
Wow. This game also requires you to accept a third-party end-user license agreement outside of the standard Steam license agreement in order to buy it.
Weird.
What the
Why?
hell?
Yeah. So I guess good on you, guy who made a shitty game that you call shitty. Next up is Ethanol in Dungeon. English language not supported.
Cool.
Yeah. It looks like a dungeon crawl game where, like, there's this arrow that is constantly flying around you, and when you release your charge, it'll, like, fire a shot in the direction that the arrow is currently facing, and so looks like lots of stuff about, like, timing shots. There's also, like, lots of anime girls, because the game is, like, not widescreen, and then instead it has bars along the side where an anime girl is. So, that's $2.96. Next up is Jou's Supermarket. Also not English language supported. You appear to be like a little voxel dude running around a supermarket fucking shit up. That's $2.99.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Slip Slop. World's hardest platformer game.
Yeah.
It seems easy, but it's not. What a great description.
It means they don't know how to code a platformer. Like, I feel like the hard platformers are actually just, like, badly, like tuned platformers, and that's all they are. And it's like, yeah, now, like, do, like, normal platforming shit, but now you have this janky-ass jump. And it's like, cool, why do I want to do this?
Let's see here. Next up is Kingdom Heroes. Real-time strategy fun in 2D pixel art optics and cool atmosphere music and sound. Build up your colony by placing every building where you want and recruiting as many units as you want. Build outposts, farming stations, or strengthen your defenses. Picture an RTS that's sold for $1, and now you know what this looks like.
Got it. Cool. Thanks.
But I'm already playing auto chess. They didn't even charge me the $1.
Next up is Cat Girl Lover.
Sure. Wait, Nekopara's already a thing.
Yeah, seriously. Nekopara's already a thing, and it's actually kind of good.
It's actually kind of good.
This appears to be a match game. And it says flashy and juicy anime girls are waiting for
they're
you.
Not juicy.
Yes,
if she
you.
breathes, she a thought.
Oh fuck! All women are queens, Tegan.
Join the Golden Shower Order and undress them all. A simple but fascinating game with a mixture of visual novel and 3 in a row. Easy to dig in, impossible to resist. Learn a spell that gets you to take armor and clothes off your enemies. Practice your skills on sweet anime girls. Stay after class to undress and pleasure a hot teacher. And in the evening, play with your cute cat girl under a warm blanket.
Nope, done.
I'm not sure how it'll help, but I am certain that the world will become a better place if we put a moratorium on the phrase "sweet anime girl." I feel like if we get rid of it, we just discontinue the phrase, the world will be a better place 5-10 years from now. I'm not entirely sure what will happen. I just know we'll be better for it. And I think we should do it immediately.
The name of the developer, Rocky,
mm-hmm.
the company that made this
mm-hmm.
is Cute Anime Girls.
I wouldn't name my company after that. Cute anime girls can still be a phrase, because, it's a lot more neutral than this guy's fetishization tells us, but, fuck this guy. Don't like them.
They've got a whole storefront on Steam. Normally when I click through on developers, I just get, a janky little list of the shitty games they've made. Mm-hmm. They've full-on got a banner, and it's a whole thing.
Ecchi and H games are an enterprise,
mm-hmm.
and there's always room because Jesus.
They appear to their games appear to cost a little bit more just from a development standpoint than a lot of the games we talk about in this segment. In that it looks to be that they have a bunch of original art assets. And last year they released 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
Weed, Nology 2, Protest, and CCP Calls. CCP Calls is a classic communist match 3 game with beautiful anime girl.
What do you mean a classic communist match 3 game? What the fuck does that mean?
Well, Tetris is technically a match 4 game, although it's not explicitly communist.
So, thanks, Cat Girl Lover.
Fuck? I can't even.
Soul Valley got re-released again. We're not going to talk about that.
Amazing.
Castle Woodwharf 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Keep your dragon in the city of Woodwharf safe with the help of your dwarven army. Upgrade your home and environment while you fight epic battles underground. Use special abilities and items to overcome waves of enemies.
Wait, is this a dwarf fortress?
Sounds
knockoff?
like it.
No, this looks more like a tower defense game.
Okay.
And I think that if anybody was going to try and, like, wade into the... I'd say, like, God help you and Godspeed, like, if you were going to try and, like, make a dwarf fortress-like.
I feel like that'd be really shitty, considering that it just, like, went paid to, like, help with, like, his family's, like, medical bills. Like, fuck off, guy.
And I'll rephrase. Like, if you are directly inspired by Dwarf Fortress, that's one thing. There is a difference between, like, wanting to enter into a genre because you're inspired by it, and then just straight up stealing a fucking game. Yeah. Next up is Beyond the Wizard.
Is the lich on the other side? Is that the joke?
This is a 2D action hardcore flatformer game.
No.
Get into the simple but difficult world of Beyond the Wizard. If you have enough patience, this game will not be difficult.
Nope.
Oh.
Thanks, I hate it.
Yeah, this looks bad. You know those games where, like, you could see what's going on here is that the game itself is not terribly difficult, but the designer is so far up their own ass, they've designed a bunch of, like, challenges which are supported solely through memorization. Where, like, you remember where all the bullshit is, and you're like, yeah! And you mistake memorization for skill.
You mean like Dark Souls?
Yeah, Dark Souls is just...
Please address all letters to Rocky.
Dark Souls is just pattern recognition.
Please address letters to...
Please deposit your hate mail inside my Tumblr. Thanks.
You can find me on Twitter us on Twitter at Impossible
Yeah, you can.
Point.
Yes. During those days when Impossible Coin is away.
Oh, man. But yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. I think Battletoads is a really good example of it.
Oh, yeah. Fucking Battletoads.
This appears to be one of those. And then last up, we got Roadrunner.
Like
everybody's favorite runner, where the player needs to run from point A to point B.
Boo.
Yeah, and it's like, look, it is possible to make a good runner. Like, Cannonbalt is fucking incredible. To say that. Man. So that's what came out on Steam today. Rocky, take us home.
Okay, hold on. Before we do, we did have a little bit of mail for the cats. Yeah, we did.
Oh! Hit us.
It's our from friend of the show, Joe Spiro. He sent us actually two things. One, he wanted to clarify why voxels are called voxels, and it's actually just a truncation of the term volumetric pixel, which are what make up the Minecraft characters. But he also asked which system would be a better value, new or used today, for dating sims and visual novels between the PSP and the PS Vita?
Vita.
Why?
Well, first off, the Vita storefront allows for the digital purchase of PSP games.
Okay.
So, thanks to backwards compatibility, you can play PSP visual novels on your Vita.
And the store's still active?
You can buy these PSP games like through the Vita storefront.
Okay.
So unlike where, you know how like on the Wii U, you would have to like go into a separate Wii store to buy Wii games,
right,
which meant that it could like shut down separately.
Mm-hmm.
The way you buy PSP games on the Vita is in the Vita store. It is integrated into a single storefront experience. So there is no like they're going to shut that store down yet. And even though they have stopped making the Vita, and even though like we are at the end of the Vita's life cycle, strong reco. Like if what you want is visual novels and like dating sims, like there is... You'll be hard-pressed to find a better library in one place.
I also said the Vita, but I said the Vita because it's not region-locked. So you could buy all those Japanese dating sims and download English patches for them. Most of them are fan patches, but you know. A lot of new dating sim games are being imported to the US via the Nintendo Switch and the PS4. Like, the PS4 a little less surprising, but, like, the Switch has a bunch of them. So.
And I guess, like, if you're looking for a place to start, released for the first time uncut in the US this year, never released like in its entirety before, it's only been available in a cut version, is a visual novel that even in its cut version was getting called like one of the greatest games of all time. The House in Fata Morgana. The House in Fata Morgana was just released for PS4 and Vita. If you buy it on one, you get it on both. Thanks to cross-buy, which is a thing that Sony will still honor if you bother to buy something, which is available on both PS4 and Vita. And it also supports cross-save. So you can play a game which has like this amazing amount of like critical momentum around it, and is called one of the best Gothic stories ever written and one of the best visual novels ever created. Like, honestly, now that this uncut version is out, I've been thinking about putting it onto the PS4 and Vita and playing through it, because like there's so much critical acclaim around this game that like I've been wanting to play for a while, and I got it on my my GPD win, but then I found out that the version that was out on Steam had like a missing chapter from the visual novel, and that there was an uncut version that was coming to Sony platforms. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll wait. And that is out now. House in Fata Morgana is eventually coming to Nintendo Switch, but it's going to be a while. But yeah, Vita, lots of good visual novels, lots of dating sims. Rocky, how did you come down on this?
I didn't really. I have no experience with the PSP or the Vita. I knew of people that had it, and a couple of those people were cool, but a lot of them were like definitely like spooky neckbeards that would like play H games on the train. But yeah, so I didn't really have a opinion that I was comfortable with sharing.
So the kind of people who sincerely think that Tifa is a B cup.
Yeah, like, or now she's a B cup, and like before she was something else. Like, dude, I don't know, man. These people that don't talk to women, whatever the fuck. But that's not my business. I don't know much about the PSP or the Vita. Besides, I've been like a Nintendo handheld fanboy since I was like 5 or whatever. So whatever.
I don't ever want to ride the trains you ride.
Hey, man, like, it was just like... Actually, it was always like the 4 train. Like, so like if I rode like the 1, 2, 3, it was a lot better. Or the ABC. And I never got those trains going into Brooklyn. It was just like heading like from the Lower East Side to the Upper East Side.
Mm. Okay. I think that Gogo likes this mail. I think she gives it a sitting in the window in the office, staring absently at something. I think that Toshiro gives it a walking up and down the hallway loudly complaining and not really being clear about what it is he wants.
That's fair.
Yep.
Roman gives it like an amused like watch from the top of the stairs, but you can't quite tell if he can actually see over the railing or not because of his positioning. And Nico just charges headlong into a window after some kind of bird or chipmunk that has recently landed outside.
Cool.
Yeah.
For sure. So everyone, and I know that this has been a lot, but once again, I feel like it's prudent that we remind you that this has been Impossible Coin. It is a show that we do every week. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify, and we'd really appreciate it if you told us what you thought. You can leave us a review on any of those places, or you can find us on social media. Brian's usually on Facebook, I tend to be on Twitter, and Tegan is also on Tumblr. It's all Impossible Coin. There's music at the beginning and end of this podcast. If you're interested in learning more about it, it's produced by our friend Big Sach. He's a good dude. You can find his work at soundcloud.com/BigSachandJ, or you can find him on Twitter as well at Illyry_Swank. Our logo was created by the eminent Lauren Moran. You can find her on Twitter at Lauren Moran or on her Patreon. And maybe throw her a couple of bucks because she does some good work. But that's us. This is the show.
Oh. Peace.
Bye.
Later.
Suck.